Hello everyone, my name is Natasha and welcome to my YouTube channel. So for today's pick a card reading, we're going to be looking into what elements you need to balance more in your life. So what I mean by the elements is air, fire, water, and air. So these four elements can represent, or they do represent, different major aspects of our life. For an example, air energy is all about the mind and your thoughts. Water is about the emotions and the heart space. Fire is about like the passion, creativity, and confidence, action. And earth is about practicality, stability, and grounding, things like this, okay? Just for some examples. So I personally feel that in order for us to have like happy and productive lives, where we're manifesting, where we're working with the universe and manifesting, we should have these four aspects of our life in balance. Okay, so the four elements. So we're going to be looking into what elements you need to balance more in your life currently, why, and also some advice to go along with that. So we do have four groups for you to choose from today. I'm going to zoom in on these objects for you guys, these little stars. So this is going to be pile number 1. This is pile number 2. Pile number 3. And pile number 4. So please remember to take some deep breaths, meditate over the piles, and make an intuitive selection today. You could be with more than one pile, just keep that in mind, but you don't have to be. Also, please remember to take the messages that resonate and leave what doesn't. But if you do choose a pile where you feel like the majority of the messages just don't hit home for you, they don't resonate, feel free to come back to this space. Breathe again and try to choose a different pile. So if you don't know which object you're with yet, I recommend pausing the video now. I'm just going to go ahead and begin with pile number 1. All right, so if you guys chose pile number 1 here with this star, these are going to be your messages today for what elements you need to work with more for you guys to have a balanced and happy life, okay? So we are going to begin by me pulling just minor arcana cards. We're going to get 4 of them to see what elements you most need to work with at this time. So just in case some of you are like not as familiar with the tarot, the minor arcana cards already represent the 4 different elements. So each suit represents a different element. So that's how I'm going to be able to tell. Then I'm going to merge the major arcanas back in with the deck so we can move on to the part for why, oops, sorry if I bumped the camera just now, for why you need to focus on these elements at this time. Then we are going to move to the advice part of the reading for working with them, okay? So let's begin. Remember to take the messages that resonate and leave what doesn't. So Spirit, what elements does pile number 1 need to focus on at this time for their balance? Spirit, what elements does pile number 1 need to focus on at this time for their balance? I feel this one here. I'm going to take those 4 like that, and then we'll flip them over. Oop. Pulling this one, that one, and one more, Spirit, please, for pile number 1. What elements do they need to focus on? Okay. So first one we have, this is the Page of Swords. This is an air element. So air is coming through so far. We have Pentacles, which is earth energy. This is the Six of Pentacles here. We have fire energy here with the Four of Wands. And we have the Nine of Swords, which is back to air. So we do have air coming through really strongly here for you guys, just so you are aware. And just so that you are reminded, air does have to do with the mind and the thoughts, okay? Earth has to do with grounding and practicality, and fire is mainly about passion and creativity and confidence, okay? So actually the meanings of these cards might play into why you need to focus on these elements, okay? But we're gonna see. So let's just proceed to why you need to focus on these elements here. We're getting 3 for you guys today. I'm just shuffling in the major arcana now. Actually, looking at these cards so far, I'm wondering if some of you guys actually have been a bit stressed regarding your social life. Maybe for some of you regarding your love life, but I feel like social life as a whole, only take this if it resonates, but I do feel like for you guys, maybe you've had an issue with having balanced, healthy relationships for some time now, or you know, there's different there's different time frames for you guys, of course. Maybe some of you guys feel like this energy has been around for a long time, where you just had to be on your guard essentially with the people in your life because these relationships just have not been balanced. So these unhealthy relationships have played a major factor into I want to say like your mental health at certain times, or like how stressed you guys have felt, things like this. Okay, so I'm wondering if for you guys also in your life, you guys are currently trying to balance your relationships, and as in like you're trying to find healthy, balanced love, healthy, balanced friends, things like this. Let's see what the cards say for why you have to focus on these elements, so Spirit. Why does pile number 1 have to focus on these elements at this time? Why do they need to focus on these elements for balance? I'm going to take this one here. We're getting the 9 of Cups. Yeah, this is for your overall happiness. So, oops, I'm sorry. I'm just going to move these a little bit. So a song coming through with this just now is With You by Jessica Simpson. I don't know if some of you guys remember this song. I think it was like from the early 2000s, but I heard the line, oh my gosh, what did she say in the very beginning? But regardless, pretty much the energy of the song is that she feels beautiful around the person she loves. Like no matter what she wears, she feels like this really beautiful energy. And I feel like pile number 1, you guys have really been trying to, I'm getting the word like cultivate positive energy more into like your mind, body, and soul. So at this time, I'm getting that it's imperative for you guys to be focusing on these 3 elements, you know, for your happiness, for you to feel free, for you to feel loved. Yeah, there's something about, especially with the subject of that song, there's something about you guys really desiring and really needing people around you who really cherish the real you, and you don't have to put on a mask of any kind. You don't have to have your guard up. You know, you can just show up. Like, I'm getting chills for some reason. It's like you can just show up like as you are, right? I was getting that message where it's like you guys have had unbalanced relationships. So in the past, or maybe even with certain friends to this day, for some of you, okay, maybe not all of you, but definitely in the past, all right, where it's like you've had relationships and friendships where you were not able to fully be yourself, or again, you did have to be on your guard because, I mean, maybe there were certain aspects of these people that you had around that you really liked, but they still had energy where it was shady, or they had a big ego, or they just weren't trustworthy for some reason. Okay, like there was something about them where like you could not relax, you could not be yourself. Maybe they didn't fully permit you to be yourself for some reason, or not all sides of you were accepted by these people. And I'm so sorry you guys, for having to go through that. But I'm definitely getting that spirit really wants you guys to work on getting these in balance and in harmony, for you to feel free, for you also to help you manifest in these kind of beautiful, freeing friendships and relationships. Okay, if some of you guys already taken and you're happy, by the way, that's completely okay. Just take the messages that resonate and leave what doesn't. Maybe for some of you guys, these were friends also that were unhealthy. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the moon and the star. Yeah, I'm getting for some of you guys by this point, maybe, yeah, when it comes to friends or love, it's like it's a struggle to maybe keep up with hope to a certain extent of the future, because it's like you don't know what the future holds. You don't know what energies you're going to be coming across from people in the future and in life, right? So maybe now you do, have a little bit of a guard up, or you are a bit stressed, or have a little bit of anxiety or a lot of anxiety about people, right? Because again, yeah, we have the devil and the tower here, where this is the kind of energy you guys have been dealing with from people. I'm getting like you were dealing with people who really wanted to control or manipulate you. And at that, I'm saying trigger warning, by the way. I don't want to upset anybody here, of course. But just, if you do start to feel triggered by anything, feel free to pause the reading and come back to it only if you feel up for it, okay? But I'm getting it's like you guys really want to create like something really beautiful in your life. Like I'm looking at this beautiful building, but I feel like there's always been these energies or these people coming in just causing chaos in your life, for lack of a better word. And when in reality, you want temperance, right? You want to, balance your elements, like kind of like what she's doing here with the fire and the water, growing, right? Growing in a healthy, balanced environment, that's what you guys really want. And so, yeah, I'm getting that working on these elements is going to help. I want to say it's going to help ease your anxiety, okay? By continuing to work on the mind, continuing to work on the air element, getting yourself, I mean, we're not getting to the advice part of the reading yet, but maybe I can already sense that some of you do need to spend time, like if there are people in your life currently who do love you, who you do have fun with, like be around these people, okay? Have fun, loosen up your, try to get your energy to loosen up, try to release stress, maybe get some rest too, okay? Let's see what else we get. We might do just like 2 more pulls for this. Spirit. Why does pile number 1 have to focus on these elements at this time in their life? That's a little too many. Spirit, what is pile number 1? There we go. Ace of Cups. Yeah. This is about your heart space too, you guys. Like, I feel like, yes, you want to manifest in, of course, like, for a lot of you, maybe new friendships, new relationships where you can fully be yourself. But this is also about having a balanced heart chakra too. So I do feel like maybe for some of you guys, you do have some I would say some heart chakra blockages or some heart chakra damage, some like a tense feeling, in the heart chakra from having to be on your guard, for so long in your life, right? So actually the heart chakra does have to do with the air element, okay? But I was also thinking it's not like correlated with fire energy, but I know the fire element does also have to do with passion. So I think that for you guys, like really tapping into like your inner spark for life and your passionate and creative side, that might help also, I do feel like, with your heart space for some reason. Let's just go one more pull, Spirit. Anything else on why pile number 1 needs to focus on these elements? Okay, so we're getting the death card here. I think that you guys currently are also going through a major transformation in your life. Like, I feel like you guys are being transformed, like, currently, like, maybe a lot of old, like, habits or old beliefs or old sides of you are dying that don't serve you anymore. And as this process is happening, your relationships are also, I'm hearing, like, getting an upgrade. So your relationships are also going to be transforming here pretty soon, where yes, you are going to be attracting in higher quality, high quality relationships and friendships, right? Yeah, I'm hearing the song, I always hear this song with this card. It's from the movie A Star Is Born. The character Jack sings it. He says, "It's time to let the old ways die." Yes. I do feel like you guys right now, I wouldn't be surprised if you've been working really heavily on yourself lately, really doing some deep inner reflection. I think a lot of you guys have had it with the way that certain things have gone in your life, or the way that certain, or even like, even some of you are fed up with even certain parts of yourself. If I can be honest here, I do feel like that is coming through. It's like you guys are ready for change to come in. You're trying to bring in more change. And I really do feel like working on these elements is really going to help you bring in this change and this deep transformation that you desire, like with yourself and with your everyday life. Yeah, so at the bottom of the deck, I see the King of Wands and the Five of Cups. And okay, wow, and Strength. Yeah. Yeah, the Chariot. See, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you guys, yes, are currently going through like a major spiritual awakening right now, or a spiritual upgrade of some kind. So I know that for all of you, like all of you are at different points of your awakening journey. So maybe some of you guys, this is your first major awakening, or you could be on this journey for a while now and you're having another upgrade or another ascension, okay? But yes, you guys are having another time of really heavy transformation, and I'm getting that a lot of you guys are taking a look at the things in life that you've been really disappointed in, and you've been taking the time maybe to mourn certain parts of your life that I want to say you were, yeah, I wanted to say something like mourning certain parts of your life that you feel like you've missed out on. Maybe this is involving relationships. It's like just being sad and feeling really heavy, necessarily so, regarding, how your relationships and friendships, have gone. Um, and this is a necessary part of the healing process, of course, but I felt like, we have this King of Wands looking directly at this Five of Cups here, which to me represents that grief and that disappointment, and the Strength card here, which is also looking directly at this. So I feel like all of your eyes right now, pile number 1, are on this energy right now. It's like you're looking directly at it. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you guys have been really thinking lately a lot about what you've been disappointed with when it comes to people. you know, and why you're disappointed with this. So what you want to change. You're really feeling into these disappointments. I'm also getting family coming through strong just now, that a lot of you are disappointed with your family. Maybe even some of you are also having still more realizations about certain disappointments with family. Also with friends and, you know, and exes too. But yeah, it's like you guys are figuring out why you feel this way, like why you feel so disappointed. And yeah, I would say also, just for some advice, to let yourself feel that, you know, to let yourself sort through that. But besides that, yeah, we did just have the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck here. I'm actually gonna leave this out, and I'm gonna leave out the Five of Cups. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised also if a lot of you guys are getting a major transformation when it comes to your confidence, and also the solar plexus chakra. So that has to do with the fire element, by the way. So I'm also getting that maybe some of you guys, your solar plexus chakra is currently getting an upgrade. Your confidence is getting an upgrade. You're maybe taking a look at also maybe some insecurities with yourself. Maybe you're just trying to be kinder to yourself now, things like this. Okay, overall, you guys, I think currently are trying to feel more balanced. Yes. So yeah, working with the fire element is definitely going to increase your sense of confidence. Okay, so I do want to move forward now. Let's move on to the advice. Oh, I'm sorry, I bumped the camera. Let's move on to the advice portion of the reading. I am just gonna pull from the 3 oracle decks now, get them laid out on the table, then we'll flip them together and also see what's at the bottom of the deck. Okay, then for the last portion of the reading, we're gonna just get a few tarot cards on the table and end it that way. All right, so Spirit, what is some advice for pile number 1 for working with these 3 elements that came through for them today? Spirit, what is some advice you have? I feel this card here. Actually, I feel like I want to take one more from here. Spirit, what's some advice? Oh, that's a little too many. What just came through just there? Okay. Spirit, what is some advice for pile number 1 for working with these elements here? What would you like for them to do? I want this card. Okay. All right, Spirit. Oh. Okay. Let's get one more from this one also. Oh. Here we go. Oh, actually, I was getting just now that they wanted me to flip these. So, and then we're going to go on to the other deck. So we got Surrender to Your Soul's Path here. It says, your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. And we have Surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. I actually feel like you, pile number 1, are a very unique person. I was just so drawn into this person just now, and they just look so unique to me, and I feel like you are also a really unique person. So we also have happiness. It says, I am aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. And with this green color here, I'm also reminded of the heart chakra, which already came up for you guys. And we have adversity. I accept the challenge. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Okay. All right, let's get a couple from this deck here. Oh, okay. So we have Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up. I'm gonna put these up here. Wanted to get one more for you guys. also have snake spirit, time to heal. Exactly. You guys are going through a really deep transformation and I'm getting very fast. Wow. I actually wouldn't be surprised if your transformation continues to speed up here. I'm getting that it's like full speed ahead for pile number one right now. You're moving straight into your transformative energy. And I think that, okay, I do think that some of this transformation, like, of course, like as we spoke about, like you already can feel. Okay, like I feel like it's already your intention currently to transform also and to heal. But I do feel like for some reason this is just, I don't know if it's just getting started or it's like you have more to go with this transformation, in like a good way, guys. In a way, I feel like you're gonna come to a time that's gonna feel powerful, like very fast. So do you see how this antelope here is kind of just like in the background right there? I do feel like, yes, this is like the new version of you that's like, that is slowly like materializing, okay? Like you're slowly seeing this transformation here come in more and more. But you know how snakes, they you know, they shed their skin, right? And they get new skin. So I feel like that's exactly what you guys are going through. It's like you guys are literally going through an upgrade right now. Okay, so I also wanted to look at the bottom of the decks. Oh, okay, so we do have surrender defensiveness. It says defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. That's interesting. And we have envy. It says I am the same as everyone, but with different challenges. That kind of reminds me of the surrender comparisons with other people. But I do feel like actually something with the root chakra potentially for you guys coming through also. Yes, this has to do with earth energy, the root chakra. I do feel like you guys do need to feel more, like I want to say like more grounded, more secure in like who you are. I know that we already talked about, yeah, like you guys are really unique people, and maybe some of you guys are also getting a deeper look into some insecurities that you have at this time, you know, like some things you still have to heal, like some views about yourself that you still have to heal. And I do feel like working with the root chakra actually will help with this, like to feel more secure and grounded in who you are. And yes, it's like the solar plexus chakra came through before too, where it's like, yes, it's like you need to like own who you are and be confident in who you are in all aspects and all sides of you. And at the bottom of the deck here too, we do have sandpiper spirit, be playful. Yeah, that's what I was already saying, where it's like I feel like a part of your advice, I was saying like to get around like people who you can have fun with, right? Who you can experience joy with, who you can be yourself around. But I do think the point is just to be playful, to free up your energy, okay? I mean, look at the little bird like splashing in the water. Like I feel like right now it's really like imperative for you guys to like spend time just being like carefree, honestly. So from this card, I do think that you guys have really learned like so much already in your life. Like it's time to fully embrace your wisdom. It's time to fully embrace all the lessons that you've already learned so far. And yes, I do feel like, yes, this will help you guys with the elements. I believe that this will actually help you like with your confidence, with your fire energy, okay? But also we do have this nature image on this card here. I'm getting that maybe for grounding, for the earth element, you guys should get out into nature more. Maybe I'm kind of drawn to the stream here. Maybe try to be around water for you guys. For grounding also, like maybe you guys do want to sit by a stream, you like the sound of like trickling water. Maybe it's something to listen to, like even on YouTube if you can't go by a stream. or whatever source of water you have that's like near you. I would highly recommend going to that and being around that. But also I'm getting like just spending time in nature, going on walks. If you guys like the forest, maybe go on a hike, okay? That's definitely going to help you with your earth energy, with I'm getting like with being in the present moment. Yeah, it's going to really help with that. And of course, surrendering comparisons to other people. Like maybe I'm kind of getting the example right now where it's like, maybe some of you guys are doing this, maybe some of you aren't, where you're kind of comparing where you're at in your journey with where other people are at in their journey. I'm also getting the example of like, for instance, let's say you want to go into like a creative career, okay? And you're seeing other younger people, let's say, further along in the career than you are, or like, you know what I mean, where it's just kind of like, yeah, we did have that word envy come out here for you guys. I'm not accusing you guys of being like super jealous or super envious, but sometimes we can fall into that place where it's like we want to compare, we want to say, oh, they've progressed so much more than, I have. And, that makes us feel kind of down on our journey, right? That kind of goes back to this message here actually about your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. It's kind of like you need to just go with the flow of your path at this time and trust a little bit deeper in the way that it's going to unfold. Another example that came into mind, not just with the career thing, or like looking at somebody who's like, for lack of a better word, like more progressed, is also like looking at people. Let's say for instance, if you're single and you want to get married, you're looking at people who are married and have kids, and you're like, and they're like around your age or younger, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, it's like this feeling like, oh, I have to catch up, but no, yeah, Spirit is saying, if you guys can relate to those examples, definitely pull out of that whenever you're catching yourself doing this. Okay, exactly. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. What you currently have now, and and trust that you have a unique path. You're currently working with Spirit, right? Spirit has a plan for you guys. Okay, fully believe in this. Maybe also try to communicate with Spirit a little bit more. Things like this, maybe to help you with that at this time, if you guys are kind of struggling with those examples I gave. But either way, it's like, stop comparing yourself to other people's attractiveness, power, whatever. If some of you guys do catch yourself doing that, okay? I'm getting the word depleting, like it's depleting your fire energy, okay? Yeah, so we also had here happiness. Yeah, you know what? The dolphin energy is also coming through for you guys. I wouldn't be surprised if you had like dolphin spirit animals like currently working with you. They're, dolphins are super playful, super fun, very lighthearted. Again, it's like this is this energy that you guys need to incorporate more, for you guys to feel more balanced, like with your elements, more in the present moment with that earth energy, more of a spark for life with that fire, right? Like less into the heaviness of the mind. It's like, I really think that your happiness right now, pile number one, is first and foremost, is what I'm hearing. It's like it's your first priority right now, you guys. Okay, and yes, you have been through a lot, and you've gone through so many stresses, and you're probably currently stressed right now. But yeah, it's like it is so important for you guys to to really hone in on your joy. I do think that the heart chakra is coming through for this. So I do feel like, yes, spending time with the heart chakra, making sure that's strong. Keep working on it. Okay, do some, for examples, you know, maybe guided meditation, binaural beats, things like this, okay? Whatever you feel you need to do for that. But yeah, I do feel like with this card, you guys have been through so many, again, like so many different challenges, and you've learned so much. But yeah, I am getting that a lot of you guys do feel really bogged down by certain like challenges that are currently going on in your life. So I do actually think that working with the air element in the sense of meditation and breath work and trying to cultivate more inner peace is definitely, I'm getting the word like navigate, is definitely going to help you navigate like the current challenges that you are facing. It's going to help you feel better. Okay, so yeah, definitely spend some time trying to cultivate more inner peace in your mind, and spending time detaching from thoughts too, right? Because I feel like every day, you know, we automatically have, you know, a lot of thoughts, and we just kind of go with the flow of them, not really realizing 100% like if they're coming from low vibration or high vibration sometimes. So I feel like meditation kind of pulls us out of being sucked into thoughts, you know, and it helps us practice that throughout the day as well. Okay, but with this antelope spirit, I do feel like it's time to take more action for some of you guys, okay? Maybe some more action towards healing for some of you as well, where it's like, yes, take more action towards balancing your heart chakra, your solar plexus chakra, right? Like that's the main ones that have come through this reading so far. Take more action to doing that, but also take action. I'm getting like for whatever you feel inspired to do, okay? Like that kind of goes back to this card too. Like I'm aware that being happy means I'm on the right path. Like feel in your body if making a decision or doing a certain thing, big or small, is going to be good for you at this time, okay? Like for an example, like just an example coming up, like if you like to write, like all of a sudden if you feel like this urge to write, then do it. Or if any certain ideas pop in your head, again, no matter how big or small, if it's about starting a new project or going to a restaurant, going out to eat, calling a friend, things like this, if you feel inspired to do it, if you feel a spark, act on it, okay? Feel that in your intuition. That's definitely some advice there for working with the fire element for sure. Okay, I do want to read for you guys the snake spirit message in the guidebook, at least some of it. So I'll show you guys. It actually does kind of play into this surrender defensiveness card. So I'll show you. So I did just take a pause just to look at it just now. So it does say here, actually right here, that self-care and maintenance work are needed so that your vitality can arise. Give yourself the space to nourish your own well-being. Yeah, so I'm getting like, for some of you guys, going out maybe for like a massage or like whatever little self-care routine that you can do at this time for yourself will be highly beneficial. But it does say here, vulnerability is necessary for friendships and partnerships to work, which means that all of us will have tender emotions at times. It says, be gentle with yourself and others now. Shed the past and step into a new way of being, for vitality is rising in you. I actually got from this vulnerability message here that maybe some of you guys, because you have like a guard up from dealing with past, I want to say past, yeah, issues in friendships and relationships, yeah, since you have this guard up, maybe some of you guys could be more vulnerable, okay, with people currently in your life who you can trust, okay? But pretty much I think Spirit is saying that with this defensiveness card, that simply put, like, you guys have your guard up at this time. And I do think also by going, you know, by working on your heart chakra more too, that that guard's going to begin to fall away more and more. But if you do ever catch yourself, you know, becoming defensive with anybody, you know, well, of course, you know, apologize if you do feel like you need to. But honestly, maybe just try to observe a little bit more for some of you, if this does ever come up, okay? Or try to observe how you might be a little bit more guarded, how you might be a little bit guarded or tense, okay? Yeah, and there is this message here too of celebrating how far all of you have come. Yeah, in your healing journey and all that you have created. Yeah, I think I already said that, where it's like, you know, it's time to celebrate and congratulate yourself as well for how far you guys have come. You know, I really feel that. So we are going to move on to the tarot now at this time, just getting a couple pulls and seeing what advice would like to come through here. I am pulling reversals today, you guys, just so you are aware. Sometimes I don't, but today I am, okay? Or with this deck. So Spirit, what advice do you have for pile number 1 for working with the 3 elements that you recommend them working on? Spirit, what advice do you have for pile number 1? By the way, I wonder if some of you are actually with some of the other piles too. I feel like whenever I'm about to say pile number 1, I feel like I'm about to say like a different number for some reason, like number 4 or number 3, I don't know. Okay, so we are getting the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Okay, I actually paused for a second just now. I wanted to see actually what the guidebook says for the Ace of Wands in the reverse. This is the Witch's Tarot, by the way. So it does say disappointment. Okay, so I am actually feeling that I think this is what this already came through for you guys, where I said like don't be afraid to feel that disappointment that you guys are feeling. Okay, I do feel like the advice here is actually to feel the disappointment that you guys are going through. You know, relationships has been like the main focus for this reading. So if you really, if you know, if you have been disappointed in anybody or the way your past has gone, things like this, let yourself feel that at this time, okay? Yeah, we have the 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So again, maybe some of you even dealt with narcissism, or I'm getting like, you see how all these 5 swords are like pointed at this bug, and I feel like you are this little bug here, pile number 1, and I feel like it's all like being aimed at your mind or at your head. And I feel like literally you know, trigger warning again, maybe some people have even tried to gaslight you, make you feel like you were crazy, maybe trying to make you think things about yourself that aren't true, right? Things like this. It's like, don't be afraid to feel, you know, how disappointed you guys have been. I do just want to give this one more shuffle. I'm getting as well that also, as you guys are currently going through the challenges that you're currently going through and the stresses that you currently are going through, I'm getting the word like pay attention to the things that you actually do appreciate, like the things that feel natural for you to appreciate, okay? I don't want to force, you know, a message about gratitude and, you know, you guys forcing yourselves to feel gratitude for things. Nothing like that. Like things that feel natural for you to feel grateful for. Definitely hone in on that. Right? So like an example I just got just now is actually like myself, like how I light a candle and drink some tea and watch something lighthearted on television, okay? Like that, like just appreciating something like simple and small, like appreciating the small things, like whenever you can get out into nature or be in sunlight, for example, okay? Things like this will definitely help you right now. Spirit, what advice do you have for pile number 1? So we have the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse also. Yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck here. Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. Right, so I'm going to read the guidebook for this one too, honestly. So it says, for the reverse, it says theft, feeling cheated, being swindled, feeling taken advantage of, suspicious of another motive. See, I do feel like a lot of you guys specifically have felt like people have taken advantage of you. And I think Spirit is asking you guys to take a look into these into the feelings that you're feeling. Take a deep dive into this, you know, for it to be cleared. Right, it's just kind of this idea of like when we dive deeper into the emotions, or when we let ourselves feel, that's when they can be let go of, that's when they can be released, right? So we do have the Wheel of the Year. Oh my gosh, I already said that. I do feel like you guys, things are about to turn around for you. Okay, things really are. Yeah, I do feel like I'm hearing something about a major confidence boost for you guys is literally just around the corner. I got just around the corner. It's like this Tower card. It's like something is about to break within you, but a good break, okay? Not a negative break. Like, I feel like there's going to be some kind of uprooting of some kind of belief that doesn't serve you. And yeah, it's going to be really successful, and you're going to really, I'm hearing, yeah, you're really going to see yourself shine, okay? You're really going to see yourself, like really step more into your confidence and your self-love and things like this. And you're going to step more into your fire energy too with this King of Wands here. Okay, yeah, so it's like letting yourself feel. I also would want to say, like, spend time uprooting or trying to uproot subconscious beliefs that are blocking you guys from experiencing this full-blown like confidence and self-love. I would really, number one, like, put yourselves first right now. Like, seriously, make self-love and make happiness like your number one priority right now. But of course, in order for you guys to get to the happiness and the joy, right, again, it's like we have to go within. We have to feel all the disappointment, all the hurt, right? They do say that, Spirit's reminding me, like, they do say that, you know, the only way, you know, to get to the other side of something is just to go through it, right? Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but I'm being reminded of, there's like this meme on Instagram where this guy is like, oh no, we can't go under it. We can't go over it. Looks like we have to go through it. I'm sorry, that just kind of like popped in my head just now. But yeah, I do think that just let yourself feel like whatever negative emotions that arise for you guys at this time, okay? I think that's going to help you guys get into balance more. Also with the air element too, okay? I feel like the mind can become like, yeah, like more calm also when we get out certain emotions. Okay, we're just gonna get like one more pull pretty much. So Spirit, what last advice do you have for pile number one when it comes to balancing their the elements, the fire, water, I'm sorry, it was the fire, air, and earth. So what other advice do you have? Okay, so we have the Magician, Karma, which is the Judgment card in this deck, and the Two of Wands. This is interesting. Oh, so if you guys are watching this around the time that I'm uploading it, we literally just had a solar eclipse, and I was just drawn to that just now. That's funny. Of course, this reading is timeless, but yeah, it's really interesting. Okay, so actually, I just pulled through this song. I think it's called Light On by David Cook. And I was wondering, like, you know, like why why I'm being drawn to this song. And I remember the first verse. He says, I think he starts off the song by saying, never really said too much, afraid it wouldn't be enough. Okay, so maybe you guys can relate to this. I'm getting chills. So like some throat chakra energy coming out here, as in like struggling to get out certain words, or struggling to fully be yourself, right? Like we did have this message come out where it's like you guys are trying to manifest like fully being yourself around safe people. So yeah, so maybe in the past, you know, like your throat chakra winded up taking some damage because you were around people who made you feel like your words were not enough, right? Like like you feel like that, those first two lines in the song that I just explained. So maybe some of you guys could resonate with being like on the quiet side in certain cases, or maybe your whole life, maybe for some of you. So yeah, so with that message, I would say that working on your throat chakra also is going to help you balance the elements as well, and getting you to fully be yourself and fully step into who you are 100%. You know, only take this if it resonates too, but I'm getting that for some of you guys. You've been currently, maybe some of you are currently bored with your love life, or also like really disappointed in your love life. Like I feel like you guys have had a lot of like, I'm getting the word like unfruitful. Yeah, unfruitful connections, like connections that didn't lead anywhere, you know, connections where it wasn't like abundant, right? We have this Empress in the reverse where it's like maybe there was a lack of, you know, of give and receive, right? There was a lack of that. I'm also getting that maybe these people were like highly stubborn people, some of you that you were dealing with. So yeah, I do think that that's also goes back to this disappointment that we were talking about with you guys, like you guys feeling into that. So I'm getting that maybe a lot of you guys have had like a pattern in your love life of that, where it's like it wasn't fulfilling. And I'm getting the feeling too that a lot of you guys were probably dating people also who did not have an open heart chakra, okay? I just kind of had that reverse Empress energy where it's like they were not compassionate, they were not nurturing, okay? It's kind of like that very underactive heart chakra energy. Okay, and you know, I'm so sorry for you guys for having to, I'm so sorry that you guys had to deal with that, honestly. And you know, I can highly relate, honestly, too. So I'm getting that you guys do need to focus on manifesting, specifically like being rid of that pattern. I'm kind of drawn to the roses here too, like manifesting in something about the energy of a rose, or that vibration. You guys probably should Google the energy, spiritual like energy of a rose, or spiritual or yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm stumbling over my words now. Spiritual symbolism of a rose. Like I'm just getting like this really beautiful, like lighthearted energy, romantic, passionate energy. I feel like that's what you would like to manifest in, right? Into your love life. I'm also getting working with roses too, like working with the smell of roses, like drinking rose water, spraying rose water, something like this, okay? Like working with the energy of roses will help bring in also like true romance into your life, and I want to say true self-compassion, okay? Like I feel like I'm getting the word imperative, like again, like that's going to be really important for you guys. Okay, so I am hearing also set your sights ahead. So I was focused on this Two of Wands. I feel like he was looking directly at this karma card, which is the Judgment card in this deck. And I do feel like sometimes it's about like stepping onto your calling or stepping onto your purpose. I feel like the message coming through here is to continue to let go of the past, of course, like continue to turn your back on it more and more. Okay? Continue to look ahead in the way where it's like you're manifesting something different now. Okay? I'm getting that you guys need to trust this, because I'm getting that like, you know, this pattern, like that you guys have been dealing with, that we were talking about with the kind of people you were dating, I feel like that is wrapping up. And I feel like it's been a pattern that, you know, I'm hearing like has made you terrified. Yeah. When it comes to like attracting in more people like that for some of you. But pretty much, I think Spirit is saying that you are manifesting or beginning to manifest in higher level energies now. So like set your sights ahead, right? Focus on your destiny, on your purpose, on loving yourself. I really do think that currently this time is all about you, pile number one. Do some of you guys want a cat, by the way? I keep on being drawn to this cat. Like maybe this is a sign that you should get a cat, like if you've been thinking about it, okay? If it's possible, right? Maybe some of you guys also have a cat spirit animal guide working with you right now too. I know cats are like, you know, like they can be like really highly like independent and things like this. So confident, right? Like when we think about the lion. But yeah, I do feel like it's time to just focus on manifesting in like your big destiny, and you know, focusing on like achieving your goals, things like this, like going back to the antelope spirit, for taking action. Take tangible steps towards whatever it is that you would like to manifest in also, okay? So I think I want to leave this reading there. Thank you so much, pile number one, for tuning in today. I do hope that these messages were helpful for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading, and please follow me on Instagram as well. You can find the link to that in my description box. I do post other pick a card readings on there too, okay? So have a great rest of your day, pile number one. Bye-bye. All right, so if you chose pile number two here with this star, these are going to be your messages today for what elements you need to incorporate more in your life for balance, okay? So we are going to begin by getting some tarot cards to see what elements these are, okay? So I did take out my major arcana from my deck, and so we only are working with minor arcana just for this part, okay? Just to see what elements you need to incorporate more. For those of you who are not as familiar with the tarot, the minor arcana is split into 4 suits, and each of the suits is linked to an element. So that's how we're going to tell, and I'm going to get 4 cards, okay? Just to have a chance for each element to come out if it wants to. Then we're going to get into why you need to incorporate these elements more. So we are just going to get a pull or two from the tarot for that part. Then we're going to go to the advice part of the reading for working with the elements that come out. So I do have 3 oracle decks that I'm going to be pulling from. Then we're going to finish up the reading with a different tarot deck for that advice part, okay? So let's go ahead and begin. I want to shuffle this one more time, actually. I always pre-shuffle all of my decks before the start of any video, but sometimes I do feel like I need to shuffle again. Okay. All right. So Spirit, what elements does pile number 2 need to incorporate more in their life for balance? Oh. So I'm going to flip these upside down actually, and we're going to flip them together. Once I get the 4, okay? But that looks like fire to me, just so you guys are aware. Okay. You know what's interesting too is I feel hot, and before I turned on my camera to start recording, I was taking a couple deep breaths to center myself before the reading, and I felt fire energy. So that makes sense. And you know what? Might as well just take a look because we're talking about it. So this is the 3 of Wands. So the meanings of the cards could play into as a part of the why you need to incorporate more of these elements, but the wand suit is fire, okay? Spirit, what other elements or what elements do pile number 4 need to incorporate more in their life? That's too many. Try to get one at a time here. Okay, that fell on the ground. Spirit, what elements is pile number 4? I'm so sorry, pile number 2. Maybe some of you guys are with 4. I was about to say that before also, that you guys are pile 4, but that's, yeah, obviously that's not true. So maybe some of you guys were also drawn to 4. I don't know. I'm gonna take this one. Spirit, what elements? Oh, and this one, I feel like, okay, I do feel like this one wants to come out also. So we're getting 5, okay? I'm just gonna honor that for Spirit. So let's see the other elements we have for you. So this is water. We have the 9 of Cups. Water again, King of Cups. So water coming in strong for you guys now. We have the 6 of Swords, which is air. And the 4 of Wands, which is fire. Okay, so you guys predominantly need to focus on fire, which is mainly about like passion and creativity, confidence, and some other traits, okay? And water, but with some of air too, okay? But your main focuses are going to be fire and water. And I know that water has to do with the heart space, compassion, and emotions, that kind of a thing. So like the emotional spectrum. Air does have to do with thoughts, okay? And the mind. So we're going to see why you have to focus on these 3 elements. And I'm going to put my major arcana, shuffle it back into the deck before I pull any cards. Yeah. So far, by the way, I am seeing a couple of things here. So there is this, I don't want to say like any kind of specific love scenario. Love is here just a little bit for some of you, where whether or not you have a specific person that you are trying to reignite like a connection or get back together with, or somebody you really like whether or not you have a specific person in mind, I am seeing that the heart space actually needs some healing surrounding love. Actually, for as a whole for this pile, not even just love, I think that the heart space does need some healing in order for you guys to experience, like, I'm getting like great joy, okay? Like inner peace and great joy and feeling like your cup is really truly full, like within yourself. I do think that the heart space and the water element need your attention at this time, you guys. But if you do have a specific person in mind, for some reason, I do feel like you guys are being encouraged to focus on coming together with them. For this pile, it's like I'm seeing somebody, whether or not you are a man or a woman, like approaching somebody and letting them know how you feel. I'm hearing despite what happened, okay? Despite what happened. So you guys can take that maybe a couple of ways. It just depends on your scenario. So despite what happened could be maybe past history that you've had with the person that you currently like, as in like negative history. So despite what happened, you still would like to, you still should come forward, okay? Or apologize or talk to them or share what's on your heart space. However, despite what happened can also be what's ever happened to you, okay, in your love life, in your personal history. Even if you have no history with the person that you currently like, it's like, despite what happened to you, despite any heaviness on your heart space, it is time for you to step forward with how you feel, okay, or to approach somebody here with an open heart, is what I'm getting, okay? But I know that only some of you will be able to resonate with that those love scenarios that I just said. Others of you, like I said, I'm feeling like you guys just need to again, like connect more with the heart space in some shape or form as a whole, right? Despite romantic love. Okay, so Spirit, why does pile number 2 need to focus on these 3 elements? I want to take this card. We have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, you guys have been heavily disappointed in life here, is what I'm getting. I wonder if some of you actually feel down. I want to say for some of you about like your finances or not achieving certain goals that you had wanted to achieve quite yet. That can be the case. Doesn't have to be for everyone. But I wonder if some of you, yes, have been really disappointed in life, and some of you might even struggle with depression. Okay, that's coming through. And I know that to work with the water element, you guys, it's about feeling the emotions, right? Like feeling the disappointment, feeling, I'm hearing the hurt, feeling the pain, right? And that's when we feel, that's how the wounds begin to heal, okay? So I know that we're not getting yet to the advice portion of the reading, and we're just looking into why you need to focus on these elements, but it does seem like there are some disappointments that you have that still need to be worked out. And we did mention the love life, so I'm wondering if for a lot of you guys, if this disappointment is very heavy in the love life for some reason, okay? Like you guys have really been hurt, or there's been a pattern of partners that, you know, were not treating you well or something like this. I just want one clarification card for 5 of Cups. Spirit, can you clarify the 5 of Cups for me, please? So we have the Emperor and the Ace of Swords. Okay, I do just have to say this one thing before I get to the cards. So I keep on having to pause, and I'm gonna edit out the pauses as I normally do, to be honest, but I am pausing a bit more, and it's a little bit harder for me to get messages for you guys. But I think it's because maybe some of you, I don't know if you can resonate with like not always opening up to people, or it's almost as though like you can come off as like mysterious to other people, or like your energy might not be like super vulnerable or super open like for others to like to see through you, you know what I mean? Like some of you can have like an unreadable energy, or maybe, yeah, maybe you're not usually the one to open up super fast, okay, or be vulnerable. So I think Spirit's saying that that's a part of the reason why you guys need to focus on your water energy and your water element. For those of you who just resonated with what I was saying, because a part of the water element, again, is about connecting to the heart space. And in order for you guys to feel like safe and vulnerable, you have to connect deeper with the heart space here, okay? So I think by working with the water element and being okay with your emotions, you know, just letting them be what they are and owning them, and knowing that it's okay to express your emotions, I think all of that is really going to help you guys like work with the water element. Yeah, it's like we're already getting some advice. But yeah, so I almost feel like, wow, it's like the messages are coming out super slow, but I think a lot of it does have to do with your energy, okay? So what I was seeing here a little bit with the Emperor and the Ace of Swords is that some of you guys realize that maybe deep down recently, okay, that there's some more insecurities and disappointments, like both of that for you guys to work out. Although I do want to highlight here insecurities, because I think some of you have realized recently that you need to work on your confidence some more, okay? So I would say this is like the energy of throat chakra and solar plexus chakra that also need to be worked on, especially if some of you guys have not been super expressive when it comes to the heart space or opening up, okay? So it's like by balancing the throat chakra more and the heart chakra, you'll get more of this natural flow, okay, of you opening up and being vulnerable and coming from the heart with everybody in your life, okay? Not just to whoever it is that you love, if you resonated with that scenario, not just romance, but also with friends and family, okay? But yeah, I'm getting that some of you guys realize that you need to work on your confidence a little bit deeper, or you need to work out some deeper rooted insecurities that you realize that you have. Right, so at the bottom of the deck, we do have this Six of Pentacles, and in this case, to me, this is about balance. So cultivating like inner balance, like within yourself, like that's a part of the reason why Spirit really needs you guys to work on these elements, because these 3 elements is really going to help incorporate balance. I'm sorry, that's what the reading is about, I know that, but for some reason I feel like I had to say it just now. Especially because underneath that we have the Tower. So I feel like some of you guys, I just heard the song Clairaudiently Because of You by Kelly Clarkson. I heard I Watched You Die. I Heard You Cry. Like, so that song, okay, that song is about a parent who did their child wrong, okay? So some of you guys could resonate with that your parents I'm hearing were not fair to you, okay? They were not fair. Doesn't have to be a parent in this case. Could be like an ex-partner even. I want to say that I'm getting screwed you over or caused more damage. It's like that's a part of why you guys do need to focus a lot on balance at this time, on healing what happened there, any insecurities that arose because of what happened there, whether or not it was within a like a parent that didn't treat you well, or an ex-partner, or even ex-friends that didn't treat you well. Now it's that time for healing the past, right? So I'm gonna keep out these 2 cards here. So actually, let's move forward. Okay, actually, before we move forward, I do just want to honor the other 2 elements that came out, because I know we kind of focused on water a lot for why you need to work on your water element, but we also have fire here too, so and air. And the Emperor actually is an Aries energy. So this, the Emperor card does represent a fire sign. So actually that's more fire that's out. But pretty much the fire element, as I said, that does have to do with confidence, right? And passion. And passion actually is related to the heart space. So I think by working on your fire element, which we're going to get to advice more for that, is definitely going to help you guys like transform. Like fire has such a transformative energy, and I'm getting that you guys really want to get down, like really deep down into the roots of certain insecurities that you have, okay, or certain tendencies, or even depression for some of you guys. And working with this fire element is actually really going to help, like I said, like transmute all of that energy that you want out of your soul, out of your system, your mind, okay? Like working this fire element is going to really help transform you and burn up those things that you want to let go of, okay? So that's what I wanted to say about fire. When it comes to air here, I do think that your mind does need some more healing. I intuitively placed the Six of Pentacles underneath the Six of Swords, and we have already talked about how like others didn't treat you well. Actually, with this Four of Wands on top of the Tower, I am getting that for sure that a lot of you have had partners that really did not treat you well. Okay, this could even be like home life too with the Four of Wands, but it's possible some of you guys were in a long-term relationship or marriage and got a divorce or split up with somebody you were with for like a long time, for like years, okay, for some of you guys. So it's like, I think that your mind actually, I feel like there is some wounds, again, like from this situation or whatever happened here, that once it's healed, it will help your air element, okay? As in, like, it'll help your mind. So I'm wondering if some of you guys are still like in a place of being, you know, again, like stressed or depressed or even like overthinking or a lot of racing thoughts, okay? That could be because of, simply put, just some more healing needs to be done, okay, involving whatever happened here. So yeah, I'm definitely getting something happened in the home for you guys really strongly. Again, whether or not this was a partner or family members in the home specifically. But whenever I see this card, I always look at the dark gray clouds and these people here in the boat moving towards the light. And I do feel like this kind of represents your mind. Like, I feel like you guys, I feel like maybe some of you have really been seeing an improvement lately in some regard, but there is some kind of, again, like more improvement still has to come when it comes to your mind, okay? Like, there's still some dark gray clouds, which actually I think you guys are aware of. And I realize that was a metaphor just now, but yeah, I think you guys are aware of this issue when it comes to your mind, that still more healing needs to be done for your happiness, okay? So let's continue now. I'm gonna be pulling from 3 oracle decks. Ooh, I'm sorry, bumped the camera. I'm gonna be pulling from 3 oracle decks, and we're gonna see what comes out, and then we're gonna look at the bottom of the deck, and then I'm gonna read them, okay? So let's begin. So Spirit, please give pile number 2 some advice for how they can be working with these 3 elements. Spirit, please give us some advice for how pile number 3, I'm so sorry, wow, pile number 2, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, you guys. Maybe you guys are with the other piles, I don't know. Maybe it's worth looking, going back to the introduction after this and just seeing, okay? And I know my videos are long, by the way, so I really thank you guys for being here and for checking out other piles. You know, I really appreciate that. I just think that I really love doing the long videos. I think they're so helpful. So Spirit, what advice can you give pile number 2 for healing or these elements, or for working with them? I feel this card here. We have surrender stubbornness. It says, if you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. So yeah, we're going to pull out some cards and get to them in a second. So if you guys are kind of hearing my door like banging around a little bit, it's getting like windy outside and I have my window open, so that's why. Yeah, all of a sudden it's just getting windy and it's sunny out, or like mixed clouds. Anyway, let me not go on too much. Anything else from this deck, Spirit, for advice for pile number 2 for working with these elements? We're taking this. It says, surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. Let's see the bottom of the deck. We have surrender the habit of people-pleasing. It says, speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Wow. Okay, so that's interesting. That actually kind of coincides with what I was saying before. So, all right, let's get some cards from the other deck. We got 2 right here. So it says, judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And we have forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. I'm just going to move these up here. The bottom of the deck, we have health. I honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Definitely heart chakra and throat chakra energy, by the way. I'm already feeling that without fully even getting into the cards yet. Okay, so one more deck we're going to pull from. And we have Envelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. Well, that's interesting. Pile number 1 also got that card. It's really interesting. And Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. It's interesting. I do feel like from this card, like something is going to happen. I want to say in your life that is going to be a beautiful divine detour. Like, so how I want to say this is like, if I told you that, right, like if I told you guys right now, like if I pull through like what this is, that's really going to heavily change in your life, that's going to be great, you guys are going to look at me like with as though I have 3 heads and be like, Natasha, what are you talking about? Like, I would never do XYZ, or I would never be with this person, or something like that. Okay, and not in a bad way. I'm getting like in a really beautiful way. Okay, where you're actually going to be really super happy with whatever surprise that spirit has like in store for you, whether or not it's in your career or your love life. Okay, like I'm just getting the feeling that like your future might not go like exactly the way that you think it's gonna go right now, but in a really good way. Okay, well, that's interesting. Yeah, that doesn't have to do with the elements, but yeah, that's still interesting. Okay, so we also have the Spirit. It says sweet results await. Exactly, you guys are attracting abundance. Actually, you really are. You're on the way to do that. Like more abundance, right, into your life. So yes, exactly what I was saying. Sweet results await. It's like spirit has some kind of beautiful surprise for you guys, like in store. I feel like I'm getting that some of you guys, you have to recognize when you're starting to feel tense, okay, like in your body. This is not just about stubbornness in this, for this reading. I mean, yes, it absolutely can be about stubbornness for sure. Like, obviously, all of us, we need to be able to see, like, all sides of a situation, or like different perspectives when you're talking to people, and really like try also to put yourself in their shoes. I think that's, you know, absolutely true for like whoever you talk to or whatever's going on in your life, right? Or for example, spirits give me an example, like if somebody's giving you advice but you didn't quite see it that way, or it's not something that you had wanted to do, or not something that you thought you wanted to do, maybe instead of like turning down the advice right away, or thinking that, like, oh, this is not great advice, spirit's asking you guys to really consider the advice. Consider, especially if it's coming from a loved one that you trust, like really consider other people's perspectives and their advice. Okay. Right, don't, as in like, don't be super rigid about your perspective and the way you see things, or the way you feel like you want to do things, okay? That's going to be for some of you guys. But back to the message about being tense, I do feel like a lot of you guys, like a lot of the time, like your stress levels can run like pretty high, is what I'm getting. And I do feel like you guys need like more self-care, or you need to notice and pay attention to the way that your body and your mind is feeling. Like, try to sense if you guys are feeling particularly tense or stressed. And honestly, you guys, if feeling stressed and tense is your norm, it might take some work to try to detach from that, okay? Like, I definitely feel like meditation would really benefit you guys, or yeah, like however you guys want to meditate, or however you guys want to clear your mind, because clearing your mind really promotes like an observer standpoint, and it promotes detaching from your thoughts. So I feel like that's something that you guys would like to do. And yeah, Spirit's saying that this is really going to help you balance your air element, okay? The thinking, the thoughts, the mind. So then that way, if you do start to feel tense or stressed, like you're going to know that you're in that state more than, let's say, if this is an emotion that's been kind of automatic for some time. You're not going to notice it as much, okay? So maybe Spirit's asking some of you guys to go in a little bit deeper into that kind of self-awareness with yourself. Also see if you feel that way when you're having conversations with people also. If you start to feel tense, like I did feel like some of you guys, right? Like you might have issues with fully opening up or being vulnerable. So just notice when you do start to feel tense or scared or something like that, like in a conversation, especially with a loved one you know you can trust, and just observe this. And maybe, I'm getting the word push. It's like maybe push yourself just a little bit to, when you notice this, to open up a little bit more, okay? Especially if you know that, you know, like this is to somebody you love, okay? Right, so I think I just said too that you guys might need some more self-care time. And I really feel that here with this health. It says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Sorry if you guys were hearing background noise just now, or if any more comes through. So I am actually getting that when it comes to health, this is not just about going to the gym and working out and trying to get fit, okay? Like, and I know that obviously working out does promote really good chemicals, you know, like in the brain to fire or something like that, okay? I don't know if I worded that right. But I feel like, yes, even though it does promote good things, please don't let this be the only thing that you guys are focusing on at this time, if I can be honest. Like, I feel like this health here is actually really more so related to your emotional state and your mental state, like more than like anything else at this time, okay? I actually just had an image of broccoli pop into my head. I don't know if some of you guys really love broccoli, and I know that me mentioning that sounds really random, but it's not, because this health card, if you see how like green it is, right? This definitely relates back to, sorry about that guys, this definitely relates back to the heart chakra, and broccoli is an amazing food for the heart chakra. It is also green, just like the heart chakra, okay? So maybe some of you guys, Spirit's really encouraging this pile actually to really focus on your heart chakra at this time. Like, even if you want to do like guided meditations, binaural beats, get a Reiki session done, eat food like broccoli, like green food that might help it open up, okay? Whatever you need to do in order to connect deeper with your heart space, okay? I've actually also been getting into subliminals like on YouTube. Like I'll look up like a subliminal music for whatever subject it is that I want to work on, and that's what I'll listen to. And I feel like that might also really help you guys also. Like maybe some of you want like to sleep to music, or like have some kind of noise in the background, okay? So but yeah, I'm getting that you guys, there's something about forgiveness here for this pile. I'm thinking that there might be some resentment. Did we get the resentment card? Oh no, I feel like it should be here for some reason. So in this deck, there is a surrender resentments card, but I feel like I saw that. No, okay. So I think that you guys, I'm not gonna, how do I want to word this? It's like, I'm not going to tell you guys like you need to forgive this person or that person for what they've done, right? Especially if like it's too early for you guys to do this, okay? Like I'm not going to force you guys to, I'm not going to force that message, okay? But I do just want to bring your attention to the fact that you guys might need to do some more forgiveness work. And I would say do this forgiveness work around people that feels natural to you at this time. So this can be like forgiveness for somebody like in your past, or like a long time ago, or from your childhood, or things like this, okay? So that you might want to look into if it feels natural for you. Yeah, with this antelope spirit, this card is actually about, I want to say change, like taking action steps or taking steps to implement change in your life. And yeah, I feel like this actually should be facing health. It's like you guys really, really do need to focus on your emotional and mental health at this time. Actually, just so you guys are aware, the heart chakra is actually associated with the air element. So this all makes sense too, okay? I know I was saying that the heart space has to do with the water element. But no, they actually do associate the heart chakra with air, okay? Maybe with this surrender your fear of change card, maybe some of you guys are, um, maybe that you have subconscious beliefs that, I'm so sorry, I meant subconscious fears of change in some regard, okay? So this could be change in your love life, this could be change at your job, this can be change with yourself, the way you see things, okay? So sort this out for you guys intuitively as to where you stand with this, okay? Because spirit is definitely bringing this up for a reason. So it's like maybe you guys need to, I'm kind of getting the song. It's it's from the movie A Star Is Born. Jack sings it. He sings it's time to let the old ways die. Yes. So it's like maybe some of you guys need to surrender to deep change, actually. And that's also really going to help you work with the fire element, right? Because the fire element, you know, it can be about change and transformation. So make sure that like you guys are surrendering deeply to change, surrender deeply to healing at this time, okay? And I want to emphasize that word deep, okay, on like a deep level. So when it comes to the surrender the habit of people pleasing card, maybe some of you guys do have a tendency to care more for other people around you and like how they're feeling or what they're thinking, rather than, I want to say, like, or how I want to put this is you put a lot of energy thinking about that, but not enough energy into like how you're feeling. Okay, that could be for some of you guys for sure. But yes, it says speak your needs and be true to yourself. That's totally like throat chakra energy right there. And Spirit's reminding me that we had this Emperor card out for you guys where it's like, yes, like it's time to upgrade your confidence. So yeah, I feel like some of you guys maybe are on the introverted side or on the quiet side, because I just kind of had this energy of like shyness a little bit. You know, maybe not 100% of the time, but maybe a lot of the times, some of you guys can come off a little bit shy or quiet. So Spirit's just asking you guys to, I want to say, break out of your shell a little bit deeper and make this kind of like a conscious intention for you guys. So I am just going to look to the guidebook quickly for Coyote Spirit, and I'm going to read the message before saying it on camera. So I'm going to make an edit for that right now. So actually I do want to read a part of the message that I just read for you guys in the guidebook. So it says, do you find that you are being led on a strange detour in your life right now? Does it seem that what appears to be the next right action and the right choice, best situation, or fabulous relationship unexpectedly turns into the opposite, or it just appears into thin air as though you've been tricked? I'm sorry, did I say disappears? That's what I meant to say. It says Coyote Spirit's trickster energy okay, is designed to bring you into situations to teach you lessons you have forgotten to learn. So just to skip around a little bit, it does say here, perhaps you are revisiting a pattern you forgot wasn't in alignment with the life you are intending to create. Being reminded that gratitude, not complacency, will keep you awake and aware of all that is available to you in this moment. So I feel like for you guys, again, it's like maybe some of you guys, there literally was, I'm gonna get these cards back. There literally was like a breakup that you guys went through recently that was pretty major, okay? or semi-recently. All right, something that really, really affected you a lot. And it's like you guys didn't see this coming, or it's like you wanted to plan like a future with this person and things fell apart, okay? And I'm so sorry, you guys. But it's almost as though, oops, I like move my cards around. Yeah, it's like that wasn't meant to work out at that time for many different reasons, okay? So what you guys are currently experiencing, maybe the life that you're currently are living to a certain extent, is like not what you thought was going to happen, but it's what needed to happen in the terms of this breakup, okay? And yeah, the coyote spirit is on top of the tower. That makes so much sense. So it does say here, even when you suddenly find yourself on a detour, wondering when you will get back on track to manifesting what you desire, remember that spirit has a plan and wants the best for you. Trust in divine order now. Coyote spirit is a divine helper. No matter what seems to go astray, things are exactly as they are supposed to be. Yes. So maybe for some of you guys, you need to trust a little bit deeper that spirit does have a plan for you guys. And spirit wants the best for you. And I am honestly really feeling like spirit wants you guys to, I want to say, like, to balance deeper at this time. Like, I feel like even though, yes, we had some love messages come through for you guys, or for some of you, you are your focus right now. Your health is your primary focus. Okay. And maybe you guys were meant to see that there was a pattern that was repeating, or something like that with whatever it is that just happened with this breakup. So actually, I think that by you guys maybe trusting in spirit a little bit deeper, or trusting in the detours that you're experiencing a little bit deeper, like as in like, yeah, trusting that this is the right path, that will help maybe ease your mind. And spirit wants to reassure you guys again that sweet results await. You are going to get the life that you truly desire, okay? So I think that fully knowing that and having hope for this and really like believing in it, okay? Try to, I want to say, have hope that things will turn around for you, okay? If it feels natural for you to do that at this time, okay? But there is this message still here that I need to honor that's like, no, you guys, like, there's something so great for you, like, around the corner. Like, even if you got your heart broken or you've been disappointed, it's like there is something really great for you around the corner, okay? So let me leave that part there, actually. We are going to move to the part of the reading. Oh, I'm so sorry. What I meant to say is, let's continue. We're going to move to the part of the reading that has the tarot, okay? That's what I meant to say. So, some more advice for working with the elements, okay? So, Spirit, how can pile number 2 or work with the elements? Or what is some advice you have for pile number 2 for working with the air, the water, and the fire? Oh, wow. So we're getting the Page of Wands in the reverse. I am taking reversals, by the way, for this part. We have Death in the reverse. Wow. We have Death and we have the Chariot. What's beautiful about these two cards put together is like they both have like horses. And I feel like saying like full speed ahead or something like that. It's really interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Swords. And I want to point out, too, that we have the 6 of Swords underneath that. And the Page of Swords. Yeah, I'm feeling from the bottom of the deck. I don't know if I already said this, but it's like you guys really need to get really very serious about your healing from maybe some of you guys had a betrayal, or somebody lied to you, or somebody cheated, or somebody like abandoned you or broke up with you out of the blue. Like there's an energy of betrayal here. So it's like you guys need to get serious about healing that deeper at this time, right? Like a deep healing, which is maybe a part of the reason why death is out here, because death has to do with transformation and healing. And the chariot can be about like ascending and healing and upgrading your soul. So I did just grab my guidebook just now for the Witch's Tarot, which is what we're using, just to get a little deeper into the Page of Wands reversed. So the word that I was drawn to just now is bad news. Okay, so I definitely feel like this definitely refers back to what happened here with this Ten of Swords. Because like I feel like upright, the Page of Wands can be like a really friendly greeting, a friendly interaction, but reverse, it's the opposite of that, at least in this case, where this has the energy of somebody abandoning you again, like what I said with the Ten of Swords before. This has the energy of, again, like everything I was saying before with the Ten of Swords, like being lied to. Somebody might have insulted you, or there was just like a bad interaction that happened for some of you guys. I'm getting like, I feel the energy of an ex-partner here, to be honest. I mean, yes, we did bring up parents before, but at least in this case, I am feeling in the love life for you guys. So actually, with the horses here all pointing in this direction, I do feel like moving away from this Page of Wands energy. This is what I was saying about like healing what happened here. Like I feel like Spirit is saying like it's time to put what happened here more and more in the past. Okay? And do this in a way that feels natural to you. And do this in a way where it's like you're still are feeling the emotions that you need to feel, like if with this situation, if any come up. Okay, so I'm not saying that like in the sense of like letting go of the past, that you need to stop feeling emotions. That's not true at all. Feel whatever needs to come up, because like again, like I was saying, like in order for those emotions to be transmuted, or in order for them to be to leave the system, you need to feel it. Okay, so that kind of is like working with I want to say like the water element and the fire element. Okay, but yeah, it's like, please set an intention at least to put this more and more in the past, like a little bit, like a day at a time, like a little bit at a time. Okay. I also did feel like for some of you guys, there is something good coming around in your love life soon enough. Okay, I did feel that for some of you. So, but besides that point, you're doing this for you, okay, for your healing. And right, we did have that card of forgiveness. So for some of you guys, if you do feel called to, maybe it is this person that you need to forgive a little bit deeper here. Okay, Spirit's actually reminding me now of how people act like unconsciously, or that people, like when they offend us or do us wrong, it doesn't really have anything to do with us and who we are. It has to do with them and their patterns and their issues and what they have not healed yet. So I don't feel like this is a situation where this was personal for you guys, pile number 2, whatever happened here. Okay. I'm gonna leave out the Six of Swords here too. But yeah, with this Page of Swords, I am feeling like it is time again to get more curious about your healing, to set your sights completely on healing at this time. Okay, like I feel like this needs to be a priority, and Spirit is really emphasizing that. Okay, let's get another pull or two, and then we'll close the reading. So Spirit, what else can pile number 2 do to work with the elements that came out for them today? Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. If you see that came out in the reverse, and the Ace of Swords came out in the reverse here too. And then we have Karma at the bottom of the deck reversed. This is actually the Judgment card in this deck, and the Fool. And the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm actually getting as well that you guys are going to want to forgive yourself for, I'm hearing, for not seeing this coming, okay? Forgive yourself for this. So this Karma card, with that in reverse, in the guidebook, it does say here, as one of the keywords, bad judgment and regret. So I suddenly felt like you guys probably are feeling like, some of you are feeling a lot of regret from, I want to say, from being deceived, like, or for trusting somebody, right, is the better way to put that. So this person you were dealing with, they were like a Queen of Cups in the reverse. So this is somebody who, this says here, like, an unfaithful man. But I'm going to switch that to unfaithful person, okay? Just somebody who was not loyal to you, maybe somebody who cheated. It says vanity and deception, a womanizer. Okay, so this is maybe somebody who, for some of you, again, they cheated. You know, I'm so sorry, you guys. But yeah, this Ace of Swords in the reverse, it's like you guys did not have this realization when you were in the connection, okay? And trigger warning on that, okay? Where it's like you guys didn't realize that, like, to the extent or something like that of what this person is capable of. But you guys need to forgive yourself at this time, okay? So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys have some heaviness, like, on your heart space, or heaviness in your mind, because you guys have not fully forgiven yourself yet for what happened. So some of you guys, you need to not be as harsh on yourself, okay? Or beat yourself up. Some of you guys, I know, like, in certain situations, you know, especially if wrong was done to us, we start to feel like an idiot or like a fool for ever loving them or falling for them, or being in a connection with them in the first place. And Spirit is also asking you guys, if you feel this way at this time, to let that go, all right? To let that go. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like adjusting myself. We're just gonna get one more pull and then that's it. Just felt the urge to reshuffle for some reason. Okay. So Spirit, what's your last message for pile number 2 when it comes to, oh my gosh, I felt like when it comes to healing. Yes, this is all about healing, all about balance for you guys, okay? Spirit, any other advice for pile number, oh wow, I felt like flipping it over just now and I saw the Two of Cups. Yeah, I think any other advice, it's like Spirit wants you guys to get vulnerable. I just like kind of saw it's like them holding hands, kind of, you know, right there. Spirit wants you guys to get vulnerable with, like, your friends. If you have a current love interest now, or somebody who you like, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Like, Spirit is saying, open your heart again, okay? It's time to open your heart again, or to take steps in that direction. I'm gonna leave out the Two of Cups here. Okay. Spirit, any last advice? I'm just drawn to, like, the flowers in his hair. And she has flowers in her hair too. Maybe, like, buying yourself flowers, or, like, being around the energy of flowers in some shape or form, like, is going to really help. So I kind of had this energy just now of, like, beauty and lightheartedness. Maybe you guys want to take, like, a trip to go to, like, a botanical gardens even, or take a walk in the park. I know my time of year, it's springtime, so maybe try to be around, like, trees that are, like, blossoming if you are also experiencing springtime too, but you don't have to be. And this reading is also timeless, okay? But yeah, with the, like, you see how they're wearing, like kind of like nice clothes. Like, maybe it's time for you guys to dress up, to look pretty, to look handsome, and to get out there. I never noticed that they're by water, and they're in nature. Oh my goodness, I've always just been focused on them. But yes, maybe some of you guys want to be around water at this time. That'll definitely help balance you also. Okay. Spirit, why? Oh, why? Spirit, any last advice for pile number 2 for them working with the elements? The moon with the 7 of Cups. I feel like this is about shadow work. This is about going within and then feeling out your options for what you need to do in order to take a deep dive into your subconscious mind, to pull up any negative beliefs about yourself and about life that do not belong there anymore. I'm getting that this is going to help you also break your patterns, any negative patterns that you have in your life, okay? I know we had the love life situation come up, so maybe some of you guys again have been having negative patterns come up in your love life. Oh, and I'm also drawn to this kitty here too. Maybe some of you guys have a cat, or you want a cat, by the way, or maybe you also like, you can spend time with them or get a cat, right, if you want. But I'm getting that also like working with cat energy helps too. Maybe some of you guys have a cat spirit animal or spirit guide. That could be very possible. But yeah, I'm getting like maybe like meditation for sure for some of you guys. Okay, I am actually just gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in today, pile number 2. It's been a pleasure, and I hope this reading was helpful. Also follow me on Instagram. You can find a link to that in the description box, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye-bye. All right, so if you guys chose pile number 3 here, these are going to be your messages today for what elements you need to incorporate more in your life for you to experience inner harmony and inner balance, okay? So we are going to begin by me pulling 4 minor arcana cards from the tarot. So I did split my deck that we're going to begin with so that the major arcanas are not in it. And for those of you who don't know the tarot as well, there are 4 suits in the minor arcana, and each suit correlates with an element. So we're going to get 4 cards, and that's how we're going to be able to tell what elements you need to focus on at this time. And I decided on pulling 4 cards so that each element can come out if it wants to, okay? If you guys do need to incorporate all of the elements, all right? But pretty much after we do that, we are going to look into the tarot a little bit deeper to just see why you need to focus on the elements that come out for you. Then we're going to move to the advice portion of the reading, where we're going to be pulling from 3 different oracle decks, seeing what comes out for you guys, and then we're going to end the reading with a different tarot deck for advice, okay? So let's just go ahead and begin. Remember to take the messages that resonate and leave what doesn't. I'm going to actually give these another shuffle. So I always pre-shuffle all of my decks before getting on camera, but sometimes I do feel the need to shuffle again. Okay, so Spirit, what elements does pile number 3 need to focus on at this time for their inner balance and harmony? Spirit, what elements does pile number 3 need to focus on? Oh, is that... I've been taking them one at a time, but I feel the need to take both of these, and we're going to flip them once I get all 4 cards. So Spirit, what other card, what other element would you like to come out? Okay. That you would like to come out. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm getting my words already scrambled. I don't know if you guys feel like you scramble your words or something like that. Okay, and that's our last one there. So let's see what elements we have for you guys that wants to come out. So we have fire. This is the 2 of Wands. And by the way, I might be able to pick up on why you guys need to incorporate these elements by the meanings on the cards, okay? So we have the water element. This is the Knight of Cups. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which is earth energy. And we have fire again with the Four of Wands. So I do feel like, oh no, I'm sorry. So I was going to say that fire is coming out super strong for you guys. And then we have a little bit of water and earth. So no air here, but when it comes to fire energy, that can be about like passion and creativity, confidence. Water can be related to emotions and like the whole emotional spectrum, and the heart space is what I like to say, and compassion, empathy, things like this. And the earth energy can relate to grounding and stability, things like that. So I'm going to shuffle in the major arcana now so we can begin to read. I do feel like for some of you guys with this Two of Wands here that you really crave and desire your freedom at this time. I wonder if some of you are living somewhere you don't want to live, whether or not it's literally like the country or the state you live in, like you don't want to live there, or you just simply want to move houses or apartments and stay in the area, something like that. I'm getting that some of you don't feel accepted in your home where you currently are living, or you don't feel accepted at your job where you work, something like this coming through for some of you. But you know, only take the specific details if they resonate, okay? I'm just feeling like you guys are as a whole craving like traveling or your personal freedom, something like this. It's like you want to turn your back on the current chapter that you're currently are living at this time. It's like I'm getting like the words like you're desperate to turn the page. It's like you really want to see a new chapter like bloom for you like in your life. Okay, maybe a lot of you are also turning your back on your past at this time, including like what your love life has been in the past. You want to let it go. You want to move forward, things like this. Okay, I am actually just going to start pulling cards now and see what comes out for you guys. And I'll refer back to these if I feel called to do that, okay? So, Spirit, why does pile number 3 need to focus on these 3 elements? Spirit, why is pile number 3? Okay, we're getting the 7 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, with the 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, I feel like all of the piles so far are getting this 5 of Cups for some reason. We have 2 Pentacles also, and the King of Pentacles. It's interesting with the 8 of Wands. So I just heard a song clairaudiently. I heard, I don't remember who sings this song. I'm gonna post the channeled songs in the description box, but the song literally says, what I just heard is, now I stand here alone in the dark without you. So I don't know if some of you guys feel like you were, or that you were abandoned maybe by an ex-lover, ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, or ex-spouse, or even like ex-friends for some of you guys. For me, the 5 of Pentacles can really represent like being left out in the cold, okay? So some of you guys really do feel that, you know, in your heart space, and you feel really disappointed when it comes to like your love life, if this happened in your love life, okay? Okay, so actually, with this 2 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles at the bottom, I'm getting a feeling that it's like you're trying to sort out like who is a good match for you and who isn't, or like what traits are compatible for you and what traits aren't. Like what red flags do you need to look out for? What are the green flags you need to look out for when it comes to dating? It's really interesting here. I was getting like the King of Pentacles like as a potential I want to say, as like your type, okay, in a way. So obviously, you guys, if you like women and this is a man, that's completely fine too. This doesn't have to be necessarily a man, this King of Pentacles. This is just somebody who would really take good care of you, would really nurture you, would really give to you, okay? So it's like you're looking for somebody like this when it comes to your love life. And it's like, I'm hearing like you're trying to spot this person. And I heard a song a minute ago. It's the song Me by Taylor Swift and Brandon Urie, but I heard the line, oh, it said one of these, what did I say? One of these things is not like the other. So it's almost kind of like you kind of just simply just sorting through like who is for you and who is not, and you're trying to discern this. I feel like this is why the Seven of Cups is here too, because it's like you're trying to assess your options. Oh, Spirit is also saying you're trying to assess your options as a whole in your life at this time. So maybe some of you want to change a lot of things, like not even just like, what was I gonna say? Some of you guys want to change like your home, your job. Maybe you want a new social circle, or you want new friends. Also new love interests is what we've been kind of talking about. But it's interesting. Like, I feel like you're trying to manifest in pile number 3. Again, like all those things that I just said, it's like you guys really just want a new chapter to come into your life. You really just want to be around people and have, you know, like a life partner or lovers that really truly accept you for who you are. It's like you want to manifest in like your freedom and your joy. And that's why you guys need to look at these elements here at this time. And yeah, this Four of Wands is here now. This makes sense. It's like you guys are literally working towards having harmonious relationships. This is what you guys are, yeah, this is what you guys are trying to manifest. I'm getting as well, like this home keeps coming through for you guys. So it's like you're trying to manifest a new home. Maybe you're trying to manifest a roommate or a live-in partner. Something like this, okay? It's really interesting. So I feel like by you guys working on the elements within yourself, it's like you're going to have more like manifesting ability or something like this, where it's like you're going to be feeling like way more balanced, to the point where you really are going to start to see some things really come to fruition here, like things you've always wanted. And I think this process has already gotten started for you guys. I do feel like it's like, yeah, you're looking for friends and you're looking for love. You're looking for a new suitor for some of you guys, or somebody who's going to be really interested in you. I'm hearing the word devoted. Somebody who's going to be really devoted towards you. Okay, so yeah, in the past, it's like you experienced the opposite of that for some of you guys, and I'm so sorry. And actually, the winter time is coming through, so for some of you guys, maybe you had a breakup or a loss of a connection in the winter, okay? But only take what resonates. Maybe as well, some of you guys are also still looking to heal a little bit deeper from whatever happened here, okay? Or whatever damages were created from being around people who ghosted you or abandoned you, like whether or not these were friends or you know, or the love thing, like what we were talking about, okay? Or like, yeah, your love life is what I meant to say. See, I'm still scrambling my words. I wonder if some of you guys have a little bit of a issue with your throat chakra, or with self-expression, or fully being yourself in some cases, okay? Like maybe some of you guys just have a throat chakra imbalance. We're gonna get more information here. I want one more poll for you guys. So Spirit, why does pile number 3 need to focus on healing or on balancing these 3 elements? Why does pile number 3? Okay, here we go. We have the King of Pentacles. Wow, that wanted to stay out. Yeah, I feel like you guys want to feel like the King of Pentacles. Whether or not you're a man or a woman, it's like you want to feel like you own a lot of land, I'm getting, or you own a really nice house. You You have a lot of money in the bank. Yeah, it's like you want to manifest in abundance, and also abundance in your love life too, or your social life. For you guys, it's like totally about manifesting. Like you guys starting a new chapter where it's very, very fruitful, okay? And maybe nothing like you've experienced before in terms of the level of abundance. That's exactly what you guys are trying to manifest. Yeah, we have this Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is a really similar energy where it's like you feel, I'm getting like whole and complete within yourself. Yeah. I'm getting some of you guys like nature too. Maybe some of you want to move to a house that's around trees or by a forest, or some of you like to garden, you like to be outside, things like this. So yeah, it's like you're gonna want to get a house with like a lot of yard space or garden, or you know, something like this. Okay, that's kind of what I'm feeling. Maybe a bird feeder for some of you if you like birds. Eight of Pentacles, yeah, it's like you guys are also really working on, I want to say, transforming who you are in like a really good way, where it's like you're shedding any like insecurities. You are trying to grow your self-esteem and your self-worth, your self-love. So working on these elements here will really help with this at this time, okay? I'm getting that also for the water element here. It's like you guys need to, I want to say, feel the emotions that are surrounding whatever this was that happened, you know. Maybe it's more than one person. Maybe over time you feel like people have emotionally abandoned you, if not physically abandoned you, okay? Where it's like people, for examples, like they didn't listen, or they didn't really pay attention to your needs as much as you paid attention to them, or that you didn't get the proper care that you needed. All right. And yeah, a little trigger warning there. Okay. But yeah, I'm getting like by working with the water element, you're going to be able to, I'm getting the word release, like let go of those emotions that like could be like depression even, okay, or like sadness, disappointment. You're going to be able to release all of that, and then I feel like your body, your mind, your soul is going to feel, I'm getting like the word elevated. It's like you're going to feel more elevated, you're going to feel more free, okay? It's like you're going to be releasing like a heavy energy that's been, maybe that you've been carrying, okay? I'm getting like the words time and time again. It's like you've been disappointed, so, or heartbroken. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I was also getting that for you guys, you want to manifest confidence too. So that's where this fire element here comes in, because the fire element can be about that leadership energy, that confidence, okay? It's really interesting. And I do feel like you need grounding at this time too with this earth element, especially as you guys are feeling your emotions here with this water energy. You know, processing a lot of deep things. It's like you guys are going to want to stay grounded here. It's interesting because I said gardening and she's literally gardening here in this card. So maybe some of you guys do want to garden, or to get a plant, indoor plants, maybe spend time around that. You don't have to, but just a suggestion that's coming through. So it's interesting. Yeah, it's like you guys are definitely manifesting in this version of you that feels good, like in your skin, like 100%, and you have a life that you've always dreamed of. Yeah, I am actually kind of feeling like you guys just want to be surrounded by green. It's like you love nature. You want to be surrounded by I'm hearing the ocean, but also like green trees, green grass. Like you don't, maybe a lot of you guys don't like the winter time, okay? I know I don't. But of course, like no judgment towards people who enjoy the winter, but I do feel like a lot of you guys really do just crave maybe to move to a different state so you can be able to enjoy green like year round, okay? That's coming through for some of you guys. But I'm getting that with this Eight of Swords is like a lot of you guys have felt trapped, or it's like you just have not for some reason been able to manifest the life that you truly desire, or the person that you truly desire. It's like you guys have been feeling stuck, or maybe stuck in a pattern, and this pattern maybe of these kind of people where, you know, again, it's like they don't care about you. I'm sorry, as in like they don't care enough about you properly, right? Like, of course, like there's a gray area when it comes to like the things that people do for us and their care and concern, of course, right? Like nobody's perfect, no relationship is perfect, you know, so it's more so just like there is this pattern of that where it's like you have relationships and friendships that were out of balance. Yeah, maybe some of you guys also with this Page of Wands, yeah, and this Four of Cups, it's like you've been waiting for some kind of spark to come back into your life. Maybe you guys actually have been feeling depressed, or you might have like functioning, like high functioning depression for like some time now or a while. Okay. And it's like you guys are trying to also manifest in like a new spark for life or new adventure. You know, that's also coming through here too. So yes, by working with the fire element, by rekindling that spark, or maybe I'm getting for some of you also creativity. So maybe some of you, yeah, I keep saying block. Maybe some of you guys are writers and you also have a writer's block. You know, only take what resonates, you guys. I feel like I'm getting a bunch of little specific messages, but pretty much, you know, this Four of Cups, it's like you've been waiting for certain things to turn around. You've been waiting to break free. I'm getting also from your mind. If you guys also suffer from like anxiety or other, I mean, getting like mood disorders also. So yeah, let's actually move forward. Yeah, it's like you guys really desire your Ten of Pentacles. For sure, for sure. Okay, so I'm going to move these over a little bit, and we're going to get to the advice portion of this reading now. Remember still to take the messages that resonate and leave what doesn't, okay? So, Spirit. So yeah, actually what we're going to do is I'm going to pull cards from each deck, and then I'll read them after they're pulled, and then we'll move on to the tarot. So Spirit, what advice do you have for pile number 3 for working with the elements, for working with these elements that came through for them? We have surrender defensiveness. It says defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more effective, and to communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, and then offer a clear non-defensive response. I do feel like for some of you guys, there's some like deep anger that's going on. Whether or not you guys are fully conscious of it, or if it's like a subconscious thing, I feel like Spirit wants you guys to take a look at your anger. Okay, like I'm hearing like your anger at the world, maybe also some anger at yourself. That's definitely going to help you guys come into balance more. I was also getting here, I'm sorry, I know I said that we're going to pull all the cards, but I started to get things. I also feel like this advice here, stay centered. That's so important, you guys, for grounding. And I know that when it comes to like, to being angry, like when we feel anger, we can get out of balance like so fast. I literally heard like this, like in my mind just now, like clairaudiently, like we can get out of balance so fast when we get angry. So if you do feel yourself like getting angry at somebody, or just like take a step back and like center before you respond, okay? Only take that message if it resonates, but I am just feeling like as a whole, like stay centered. Yes. Do maybe some breath work, again, like get out into nature, maybe work with some crystals. I'm getting like red jasper. I know I like to work with red jasper for grounding myself, so I'm also getting like a black crystal maybe as well, like a onyx or black obsidian, something like this. Yeah. It also says surrender to rest and sleep. to prevent burnout, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirits. And we have surrender to the magic of who you are. It says we all have magic in us, even the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and a worth that come from just being you. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next deck now, so we'll get to those in a moment. Just gonna move these down. Okay. Let's see. Spirit, what's your advice for pile number 3 for working with these elements or incorporating them more? I want this card. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. See, creativity is back out. I want to get another one. I want to take these two, actually. Okay, so we have empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. And, oh, I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm going to try to shift these around so you guys can. Is that better? Okay, yes. And we have regret. I know I cannot change the past. It's interesting. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Okay. And let's go to the last deck, get some cards for that. Okay, we have Owl Spirit. You see clearly now. Okay. And we're going to look at the bottom of the deck. We have Hummingbird, be here now. Yes, this is directly related to the earth element, you guys. This is about being in the present moment. Also, like, I feel like more nature energy. Oh my gosh, I said energy. I was going to say imagery. Yes. Oh my gosh, this whole reading with the tongue twisters and the speech issues. Yeah, these are like flowers, a hummingbird. Yeah, I feel like this is the energy that you guys need to be around at this time, like for grounding, like be around flowers, be around birds, like get out into nature, and most of all, try to get in the present moment. That's really gonna help you guys. And then actually at the bottom of the deck too, we have another card I want to pull. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I feel like disorganized, honestly, right now. I don't know if you guys actually feel disorganized in your life a little bit, or there's like, for some of you, there could be like a lack of balance in the sense of like what you do with your day and how you spend your time. Like maybe some of you guys, you spend too much time at work, for example, and then like home, you're still being like productive in some way. I don't know if for some of you guys, it's like you need to bring in more self-care time still. I mean, yes, we did have surrender to rest and sleep. See? Yes, it said to prevent burnout, you need to slow down. So I wonder if a lot of you guys are constantly just trying to be productive. Like I know like Spirit's bringing me back to that 8 of Pentacles card that came through where I was saying that like you guys are working on yourselves a lot, like trying to manifest in like a new life. And I feel like you guys are really, I'm getting the term like busy as bees. Yes, like trying to manifest in like a new life, and Spirit saying like, oh my gosh, like please remember to like enjoy yourself, like take time for you. You know, like don't always be so focused on, you know, being productive, honestly, because to be honest with you, I do feel like at a certain point, or like, yes, when we have fun, when we relax, when we sleep, like that is like sometimes like just as productive as like working on yourself, or it can be, okay? Like it's all about that balance, right? But yes, we have here embrace the in-between at the bottom of the deck, and see we have that throat chakra color, that sky blue. I think the throat chakra already came out for you guys. Yeah, I feel like working on your throat chakra, I feel like for this pile really takes, yes, it's like your priority. It might be your priority chakra, for some of you guys, by the way. Only take what resonates, obviously. I mean, I'm seeing orange here too. Like, this is orangey pink kind of color. And this is orange too, so sacral chakra coming through also might need a look. But it's like, yes, it's like embrace the in-between. I'm getting that you guys are currently at a stage where you're busy manifesting in like this new life and this new chapter, right? A new love life, a new social life, like a new home, like, everything we've been talking about, but it's like not quite here yet. So Spirit's just asking you guys to kind of accept that you're in this in-between phase a little bit deeper. It's strange. So I actually just kind of saw for the first time here with this card, and I've had this deck for a while, like this kind of net here, and I thought it was coming from the eye, and I felt like some of you guys are upset right now, or you're sad that you don't have the things that you desire quite yet, which is totally, very totally understandable for sure. So I mean, like, obviously, like, if you guys feel those emotions, definitely like let them out, like feel them. But I think that there needs to be some kind of deeper acceptance for where you're currently at right now, is how I want to word that, okay? I feel like getting more rest and sleep and fun is actually going to help you like relax more into this in-between phase that you're at, okay? It's like you're in between chapters right now. It's like you're closing out that chapter of, like maybe like a toxic cycle or something like this that we spoke about. You're in between that and like your new life. So yeah, it's like, remember to have fun, remember to play, remember to rest, right? Surrender to the magic of who you are. Yes, it's like you guys are really wise, by the way. We're getting the owl spirit here too. You guys are super wise. I'm getting like you guys are super lighthearted. Some of you guys, I'm getting you guys have a really strong feminine energy about you. But, maybe some of you guys love horses and animals also. But yeah, it's like what this card says, remember to embrace like your uniqueness and your worth. And I think that you guys are already like on the path of doing this, or you guys have been doing this for a while, but it's time to fully surrender to this at this time. Like, you guys are freaking awesome. You're awesome. You're really sweet, kind, I'm getting nurturing people, and you do deserve the best. You do deserve the amazing life that you're trying to manifest in. So it's like you guys are so worthy of this. So it's like, no, it's time to surrender to the beauty, the magic, the wildness, whatever, of like who you are. Yes, do this on like a deep level is what Spirit is saying, for sure. Yeah, I'm getting that also too. It's like you guys need to, I want to say, like, engage more with the creative aspect of your mind, like whatever creative thing is that you like to do. I do feel like I am speaking to like a really creative pile, because we already had the message come through of like, maybe some of you are writers, okay? It doesn't have to be writing. Maybe some of you could be like musicians or photographers, or, other types of, like creative minds. Or even like drawing, painting, things like this. So I don't know. I feel like it's like you guys need to set the intention at this time to put more like effort or work or brainstorming or something into creative projects if you guys feel called to do this, okay? I definitely feel that for you guys at this time. Like, set the intention for that. Set the intention to break free of whatever blocks that you feel is stopping you from writing, from doing whatever it is that you guys do, okay? Just let your imagination like run free also. Like, despite like the creative message I just gave, like really engage with your imagination. at this time, you guys. I feel like that really is going to help you guys have like a spark for life again. Like I feel like that's going to help with the fire element for you guys. And yeah, empathy is here. So this is definitely regarding the water element. Maybe some of you guys who are with this pile, I mean, we already had surrender defensiveness come out, and then empathy came out like right underneath it. I'm actually getting root chakra, that some of you guys need to work on your root chakra, on feeling like strong and safe and secure like within yourself. Okay, so that could be for most of you guys, but I'm getting like maybe for some of you, maybe defensiveness is something that you want to look into, and maybe some of you guys do want to open up more to seeing more sides of different situations. So but if you know, obviously if you, some of you guys, you resonate with like being a strong empath and you already do this, you know, maybe that message is not for you. Maybe this message is for just for some of sorry, wow, I feel like I'm repeating my words too. It's just for some of you guys who might want to put in some more work in towards fully putting yourself in another person's shoes before responding, like even without like that defensiveness, wow, oh my goodness, even without the defensiveness message, some of you guys might want to fully put yourself in other people's shoes more, maybe listen more deeply. Something like this is coming through. Okay, interesting that we have regret here. Maybe a lot of you guys regret getting with these people, like these friends, these lovers, these exes who treated you wrong. It's like, I think that a lot of you guys have regret from this, honestly. And I feel like you guys are also dealing with grief here too, like what this card says. So spirit, actually my spirit guides like covered up that message here. This is more so about grief itself for this pile rather than the extra message on the card, where it's like you guys might be in the middle or in the midst of grieving some time that you lost because of these people that you were dealing with this pattern or whatever it was. Spirit is saying that you guys do need to feel the grief if you feel it, and that is a way to transmute it and to let it go. And honestly, this card is orange, and we already had the sacral chakra, like I already mentioned the sacral chakra, and you know the sacral chakra's color is orange. So I do feel like maybe this grief is within the sacral chakra, so maybe you guys want to take a look at that. Okay, but yeah, maybe also we did have that acceptance message come in. Like if it feels natural for you guys, you might want to invite in more acceptance for like what happened, you know, so you guys can let go of some of this regret here, that maybe some of you guys don't even realize that you're carrying as much as you are. Okay, for some of you. But I'm getting here too that it's like you see clearly now. It's like you guys, I feel like you guys are like psychic or like highly intuitive. It's like you already have an understanding of what I'm telling you. Like that's the way I feel. Like I feel like you guys see things clearly now. I feel like you guys are already on the path to releasing these emotions. You're already on the path to get more rest and more fun and surrendering to who you are. Like I feel like you're already on the path. Like I feel like you already see this, honestly. Yeah, so that's really, really good, you guys. Okay, I do feel like I want to move on to tarot now. Actually, I lied. Let me just take a brief look at the spirit animal oracle for owl spirit, like the guidebook, and see if anything else wants to come through that's in there. Okay, so for owl spirit here, would you just want to point out a couple things for you guys? It does say right now your sensitivities are turbocharged and you are receiving messages from all directions. So pretty much it's saying that, like, I feel like you guys are getting in a lot of downloads from spirit, or a lot of like realizations, a lot of like, I feel like Spirit is giving you guys a direction and you see it and like you're going for it, or like you are working towards it. It's like you're listening to your gut and you're listening to your intuition at this time. And yeah, just a part of the advice here, it says, is just to let your wisdom arise and be your guide as you trust the acuity of all your senses. Yes, it says clarity will come as you sit with all that you are sensing, allowing your intuition to guide you in understanding the whole and not just the parts. Yeah. So I feel like Spirit is actually guiding you guys to see the bigger picture of your life at this time, okay? So honestly, a little bit of a trigger warning. Like some of you guys, grief is a part of this process that Spirit is taking you through, because for a lot of you guys, you were dealing again with that, with people ghosting you, or that pattern for so long that we talked about. So it's like Spirit's asking you guys to to be honest with yourselves about your life as a whole, and to also like see as well that this chapter is closing, okay? And Spirit's just trying to get you to have like that kind of bird's eye view of your life at this time, where it's like, okay, pile number 3, this is like what your life has been like so far, but now you're currently in this in-between phase, and then next is going to be like your big break, is what I'm hearing, okay? So that's beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna officially move on to tarot now, and I am taking reversals today for this deck. All right, so let's see what comes out. So Spirit, what is some more advice for pile number 3 for them working with the elements that came out for them today? Spirit, what is some more advice? Okay, so we are getting strength in the reverse, and we are getting the Page of Cups in the reverse as well. And I'm sorry if you guys hear that that lawnmower, or that guy is like cutting like bushes or something. I don't know. I know I mentioned gardening for some of you guys, so I wonder if some of you also like to do like yard work like that. That's interesting. And at the bottom of the deck, we do have the 7 of Swords in the reverse, and the 3 of Swords in the reverse, and the 8 of Cups. This is interesting. Give me a second. I think I want to look to the guidebook for a couple of these. I'm just going to edit out this part, because I like to intuitively sit with the guidebook first before saying anything. And this deck is the Witch's Tarot, by the way. I'm going to clarify these cards here, to be honest with you guys. But I did feel like from the bottom of the deck here, I mean, this is kind of like pretty much like what I was saying regarding like healing from your past, including like dealing with these kind of like sneaky energies and sneaky people, like people that didn't have like your best intentions. Like I feel like they were there for like a really long time in your life for some of you guys, like maybe even from childhood. I heard from birth just now. Oh my gosh. So maybe some of you guys have had parents that were like this. Like I feel like this energy has been in your life for a long time again for some of you. And it's like a part of the advice is like oh, also this 3 of Swords in reverse. Oh, I'm sorry. This 3 of Swords in reverse can also be I want to say like being heartbroken for a really long period of time, or disappointed for a really long period of time. And I feel like Spirit is like saying that like, you're moving towards a time when it's not going to be like this anymore. So I think Spirit is encouraging you guys to continue to shed like more heartbreak, like shed disappointment, right? Like feeling the grief. That's what that was all about. Specifically regarding having people in your life like this. I did see there was a little bit of a warning here for you guys that you don't want to move into a stage of your life, or right now, where you might be like isolating yourself here with this Hermit in reverse, or what's another word I could use for this? You don't want to feel like you have to do everything like on your own, or you have to be 100% completely alone. Like, I feel like for some of you guys, there might be a danger of you slipping into those kind of mentalities, when in reality, I know that maybe a lot of you do want to manifest in like a future spouse, or that suitor that, you know, we were talking about, right? Like somebody who's going to be devoted to you. So just a little bit of a warning, if you guys like feel yourself like slipping like into those energies of like isolation, or I'm just going to be alone for a long time, or, you know, I don't need people, I can help myself, things like this. Like I just kind of saw the word like stop like in front of me, like, so like clairvoyantly. So definitely, you know, recognize if you slip into those mentalities and pull yourself out, okay? And remember to ground yourself and to feel, you know, whatever disappointments that you're feeling. Let me just clarify the Strength and Page of Cups really quick. Spirit, can you clarify these two cards for me, please? So yeah, so we're getting the Three of Swords in reverse here, with the Six of Cups. Yeah, I do feel like with this Strength in reverse, actually, this is you guys like having doubts, actually, that you're going to get, I want to say, like, I don't know where this, like this Page of Cups in the upright. See, this came out in reverse. So I feel like you guys are like maybe having doubts or fears that you're not gonna get like this creativity back, like this Page of Cups in the upright. That's like what I mean. Or you're not gonna get like that love offer, or, you know, you're not gonna be able to feel butterflies or like true love for anybody again, or so, or like there's these fears that are kind of going on with you guys, and Spirit is asking you guys to quell this at this time. I'm getting the word quell specifically, okay? So it's like this energy of the Three of Swords in the reverse again. It's just like Spirit doesn't want this heartbreak to like linger and linger and linger. Do you know what I mean? Spirit wants you guys to be able to move through this time. I'm hearing like to get back up on your feet, okay? Especially if something, again, like bad happened like recently. I think I pulled through the winter time for you guys, for some of you, I remember. So I feel like for some of you the winter was pretty recent. But pretty much, yeah, I do feel like maybe some of you guys are starting to become a little bit more defensive also because of what just happened, or because of the constant battles that you've had to face throughout your life. It's like maybe some of you guys are starting to get a little bit more of a guard, and Spirit is just saying like, you know, just please be aware of this at this time, and to drop your walls, okay? To realize that this is going on, okay? Again, that message is not for all of you. Please take what resonates, okay? But yeah, this has to do with your past, you guys, like 100%. You guys just having, I want to say like having hope again. You guys feeling like you can have these amazing things that I, you know, just spoke about. Maybe because some of you guys have lost some hope that you guys will have things like this again. Okay, Spirit, what other advice do you have for pile number 3 for the elements that they need to balance? What other advice do you have? I want this card. Oh, 2. Okay. So we have, oh, okay, the 5 of Wands and the Lovers. I feel like there's this inner conflict going on for you guys where it's like, yes, I really want love, I really want my life partner, but then it's like, no, I don't think I can have one because there's a lot of toxic people out there, or I have this pattern and I don't think that I can find this person, or I might not find this person. And some other days you're like, I'm gonna find this person. That's the kind of energy I'm getting with this combination here. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have the 10 of Cups. Yeah, King of Cups. King of Swords. Interesting. 2 of Cups. Maybe some of you guys with these kids on this card too, you like, it's like you're wondering like, am I gonna end up having kids? Am I not? You know, that kind of thing is happening also. because you know, like maybe for some of you guys, it's like, I don't know how old you guys are, but you know, maybe for some of you guys, you feel like your time is running out for when you can have kids, or maybe it's like your time has already passed for when you guys can have kids. I'm getting that some of you guys, you're gonna want to think about adoption. For some reason, I looked at her and I thought about adoption. Like, I feel like, yeah, I don't know why, but you know, only take that if it resonates, okay? You don't have to take that if it doesn't resonate, but I'm getting that some of you guys might want to think about that if it comes down to it, okay? Or if that's something that you're open to, okay? I think your advice at this time is just to be sure that like that you want this and you're gonna manifest this, okay? Because I really was feeling like this kind of back and forth going on within you guys, but in reality, I really feel like you do really desire like true love and harmony, right? With this Ten of Cups. And also like you know, a loving amazing spouse or life partner. Anything else for yeah, anything else for pile number 3, and we're going to close the reading. Oh, I wanted this card. Page of Pentacles. I don't know why, but the song Imagine by John Lennon like just popped in my head. So I don't know if that's like an important song for some of you guys. That's really interesting. Or like you like really resonate with that song. I'm actually getting with this goat here. I don't know if some of you guys want to farm or you want farm animals. Kind of like an energy of like being like self-sustaining. That's interesting. Not all of you guys. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priest and the Four of Swords. So I'm getting that you guys are just gonna want to set more boundaries when it comes to like your rest. Okay, like again, like maybe this is like boundaries when it comes to work or your social life or something like this, where it's like maybe you guys have already been feeling called to do this, but it's like don't be afraid to say no, even to like friends that you love that want to see you. If you genuinely do feel like you need to I wanted to say to stop and rest, okay, or to spend time like working on yourself, like healing or whatever it is that you want to do, don't be afraid to say no, okay, or to set some boundaries here when it comes to your rest. Yeah, I'm feeling like there's something with this Page of Pentacles. It's like you guys are busy working on your inner joy, and sometimes, you know, like we need to spend some time alone to work on this within ourselves for like the healing process. So again, it's like all about that balance. It's like, yeah, sometimes we're going to want to have fun and go out with my friends, but other times I'm going to want to stay in. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling. So I am just going to end this reading there. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in today. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, like if you enjoyed, and also follow me on Instagram. There is a link in the description box. I post pick a card readings on there too, okay? So have a very blessed rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye-bye. All right, so if you guys chose pile number 4 here, these are going to be your messages today for what elements you need to incorporate at this time in your life for overall harmony and balance. So just to give you guys a quick breakdown for how this reading is going to go before we get started, I am going to begin by pulling 4 minor arcana cards from the deck here. So I took out the major arcana, just leaving these only minor arcana, and we're going to pull 4 of those, and that's how we're going to be able to tell what elements you guys need to incorporate more. So for those of you who do not know the tarot as well, the minor arcana is comprised oh my goodness, of 4 suits which are correlated with the 4 elements. And the reason why I wanted to get 4 cards out is to give each element a chance to come out if it wants to. Then we are going to move forward to a little bit more tarot to see why those specific elements came out for you today. Then we're going to move to the advice portion of the reading, pull from 3 different oracle decks at the same time, see what those say for how you want to work with these elements. Then we're going to move to our last tarot deck. So before we get started with the reading, I do just have to say that I experienced a lot of delays before I ended up recording this, like right now. Okay, so I've been like really tired lately, and each time I went to try to record today, I like something like interrupted it where I couldn't. And of course, when I'm tired, I'm not gonna be able to record. But the reason why I am bringing this up is because I wonder if some of you guys are going through something similar in your life, where maybe lately you've been feeling a bit drained, or you've been losing sleep, or you feel like there's delays to something that should happen in your life. Okay, so that could be like getting your big break in your career or your love life, or that could also mean that you could be delaying on doing something too. Okay, so just take what resonates there, but definitely the energy around your pile is that something in your life like feels delayed for some reason. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. Spirit, what elements does pile number 4 need to incorporate more in their life for balance? Oh, so actually, since this already flipped, see, I've been putting them like upside down and then flipping them all at once for the other piles, but this one already flipped. So this is the earth element, actually, 9 of Pentacles coming out. So let's see what happens here, Spirit. What's another element that, or what elements? I'm so sorry, you guys. See, I feel like I'm like struggling to get words out too already. So I don't know if some of you guys feel that way too. Maybe some of you are even delaying a conversation with somebody, or telling what's on your heart space. That's not for all of you, okay? Heart space meaning like it could be love, it could not be, just whatever it is that you need to say to somebody. Could be possible. Spirit, what elements does pile number 4 need? We're gonna keep that upside down for now, just to honor what I did for the other piles. Spirit, what elements does pile number 4 need to incorporate more? That was a little too, that was like too many just now. I just want one at a time, Spirit, please. Let's see. I want this one here. I want this one. Okay, so we are going to begin there. So we also have fire element, the Queen of Wands. We have another fire element. Okay, so fire coming through pretty strong for you guys now. This is the 8 of Wands. See, that could even be about sending a message, like I was just saying, or having a conversation with somebody. Sometimes it could mean that, this 8 of Wands. Oh my gosh, and the 7 of Wands here. So you guys, so the wand suit is fire, okay? So you guys are getting this really strong. I actually think that this is the first pile where, I think anyway, where 3 of the 4 cards were one element, okay? And then you have a little bit of earth. So that's really interesting. So I might be able to actually pull a little information also off of these cards for why these 2 elements are coming up for you today. But just to give you guys a quick reminder, the fire element can do with passion. I'm also hearing adventure, creativity, confidence, and earth is more about like grounding and stability. I'm getting here that some of you guys have had maybe a pattern in your life, or maybe just 1 or 2 people, it depends on your situation, where it's like whenever you try to, like, I'm getting the word like reason with somebody, or whenever you try to, like, I guess, sit down with somebody and have like a conversation about something that they're doing that you don't like, or you're trying to give your points to somebody and people just meet you with a lot of ego or a lot of defensiveness. So that could be a pattern for some of you guys, where it's like, even if you're not like trying to have the most serious conversation with somebody, or it's almost as though like, yeah, I'm getting the phrase deaf ears. It's like a lot of you guys feel like the things you say and the things you do a lot of the times fall on deaf ears. So sometimes it's like maybe your efforts aren't being reciprocated, or they're not being acknowledged or seen as much as they should be by your friends or by loved ones. Your voice is not being heard as much as it could be. Maybe you feel like people have a hard time like truly listening and understanding you, because a lot of the people that you are surrounded by, or maybe even just one or two people, or even in your past, where it's like you're talking to people who have a guard up, who have like a wall up, who are not comfortable with being vulnerable, where it's like, you see how his eye is kind of like looking off in the other direction. These people are like distracted by like what's going on in their own life, or distracted by something else. So a lot of you guys might feel that way. It's like you have a hard time truly grabbing somebody's like attention, and you know, having them truly listen to you. And I think you're observing this at this time. I think you are, because I'm seeing you, whether or not you're a man or a woman, you're coming in as this 9 of Pentacles here. You see how she's looking that direction too. I feel like this is you observing this. And to be honest, you're just like, well, what the hell? You know, I'm worthy of being heard. I'm worthy of somebody respecting my opinion and respecting my voice and truly giving me true love and attention when I open up. You know, you're just like, what the hell? Some of you might like to wear dresses. I am getting that. Yeah, this is interesting for sure. So far, I feel like this is about self-love. Like, I feel like you guys need to work on your earth and your fire, because this is about loving yourself on a very deep level. And I know when it comes to the fire element, that can do with like transmutation, like a transformation, okay? Like that kind of energy where it's like by working more with the fire element, you're able to, I want to say something like you're able to burn up the belief that if there's any belief like this in you guys, where even subconscious, where it's like, oh, I'm not worthy of having somebody who truly listens to me. Maybe it's not quite that. Maybe there's a belief, for example, these are just examples, that's like that you're not lovable or something like this, and it comes, and I'm so sorry, I'm still stumbling over my words. It's like that came from childhood, okay? Maybe from the way your parents treated you, or maybe you were bullied, or both, okay? I'm so sorry. So something like this might have happened where that knocked you off balance in terms of the way that you truly see yourself deep down. So now I feel like it's time for you guys to have like this really deep shift where you really are growing into your confidence and your self-love. And honestly, like, I'm seeing this being wiped off the table. It's like, no, like, you are going to get like, this is going to change, okay? This is going to reverse, where you're no longer going to have people around you that are going to be as guarded as the people that you've been dealing with so far, okay? Maybe for most of your life for some of you guys. So actually, let's just go ahead and shuffle in the major arcana back into the deck so we can pull some more cards, get some more information. But also, when it comes to the earth element, that can also be related to the root chakra. And pretty much that can also be about feeling really like stable and grounded and strong, like within like who you are, like completely secure within who you are. So the earth element can help us like feel that way, like this is who I am, okay? Like in a non-toxic way, okay? Where it's like, yes, this is who I am. This is myself. Like, I know who I am. I know I'm kind. I know I'm lovable. Things like this, okay? So, okay, Spirit, can you tell me, or can you give me more information as to why we're focusing on the earth and fire elements today for pile number 4? Okay, we're getting these 3 cards here. So this is the High Priestess, the 3 of Cups, and the 10 of Swords. I think you're intuitively sensing something here for you guys, where I think you're already intuitively sensing that this cycle that I'm explaining to you guys here, where you're running into this kind of energy, is ending here with this Ten of Swords. Okay. It's like you guys are getting ready to manifest in your Ten of Pentacles, like at the bottom of the deck. Some of you guys are trying to manifest maybe like a lot more money or a new home. What's the word I'm looking for? Like your soul tribe. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, and you're not, I feel like you're not letting go of you manifesting these amazing things. It's like you guys are, I'm getting the word like determined. You're really determined to have these things finally manifested for you. I'm also getting marriage for some of you, that you really truly desire a life partner. You really desire things to turn around for yourself here with this Wheel of Fortune. I do want to clarify this really quick, actually, just to see. So, Sphere, can you clarify these 3 cards for me, please? Okay, yeah, the Chariot. Yeah, with the 7 of Pentacles. It's like you guys are ready to transform. You guys are ready to enter into like a new cycle. And not to say that you haven't already been like transforming and healing and doing your work. It's just like, it's just time for this to get deeper. It's just time for a lot of your manifestations that you really desire to truly get rooted into your reality. Like, it's time, you guys. It's time for your ascension. It's time for your life to get like this really major upgrade. It's just time is what I'm getting from this. Yeah, I'm getting that for some of you. It's like the pattern that you've been experiencing in life. Also, you might have experienced like a lot of betrayals in life, maybe from, you know, ex-partners, but also from friends too. I was getting like the energy of friendship from this 3 of Cups. Like maybe these were people that you were going out for drinks with or hanging out, things like this, and ultimately it did not end well, or you couldn't trust them, or they gave off this kind of energy still. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm getting from that as well. Let's just do one more pull for this question, and then we're going to move forward. So Spirit, why are we getting the earth and the fire elements coming out today? So what I'm getting so far is pretty much that you guys, again, it's like you're ready to manifest. You're ready for things to start to come to life. So honing in on these elements right now is really going to help this happen. Yeah, exactly. We're getting the Justice card come out. Exactly. This is like really big. I feel like you guys are finally going to start to feel like you're coming into balance once you truly hone in on these elements, like your mind and the heart. So with this card here, whenever I see this feather on the left side, I think about the air element or the mind. Okay, so yeah, it's like this heart-mind balance that you're going to start to feel more within yourself. I'm getting that that's going to help your intuition, like, be stronger by like tenfold is what I heard just now. Okay, but yeah, it's like you're trying to manifest in like this justice, this good karma, and this is just about locking this in at this time, you guys, because you are ready to move forward. You are ready for this cycle to be done. I think it's time for you guys to really deeply embrace change. Okay, whatever positive things you have to change about yourself, whatever things do you have to change about your life at this time, I'm sorry, within your life at this time. Yeah, it's really just time for you guys just to embrace change fully. Okay, is what I'm getting, because there's a lot of good things that are coming to you guys, like literally just around the corner. I do think that you guys have completed a cycle as of right now. Okay. At the bottom of the deck here, we do have the King of Swords and the Ace of Swords. For some of you guys, there could be something here as well about like finally like achieving a clear mind or clear perspectives, finally achieving, again, going back to that confidence, like finally achieving true confidence, true self-love. Like this Ace of Swords is coming through as like pure clarity for you guys in many different ways, and this King of Swords is coming in as you guys, again, whether or not you're a man or woman, just feeling so determined, like I'm hearing like with all of your might. Yes, it's like you're so determined to finally get to this space of the Ace of Swords, Again, where it's like you have clarity, you know where you're going in life, you know what your next steps are. Yeah, you know your direction. You have again, like a clear mind, a clear heart, like a fresh beginning with your mind, a fresh beginning with yourself. Yeah, I feel like the mind always with the swords, you know, comes through really strong. Yeah, I'm hearing that you're ready for the next adventure. So that's beautiful. Okay. I'm actually going to leave out this King of Swords here too. So let's move forward to the advice portion of this reading. So we're just going to get some information on how you guys can work with, sorry if I bumped the camera just now, I'm not sure, like how you guys can work with these elements at this time. So keep a pen and paper handy if you do feel like something is really resonating here for you and that you do want to implement, or something that you think will be truly helpful. Okay, so I am just going to pull from those 3 oracle decks I spoke about, and then we're going to read them afterwards. So Spirit, what's some advice for pile number 4 to work with the earth and fire elements? Spirit, what's some advice for pile number 4? I want this card here. Oh yeah, we have surrender your ego. It says cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. That's interesting. You know, this kind of came out on its side just now, to be honest. I do feel like you guys are currently experiencing shifts when it comes to your ego, I do have to say. I'm going to put this here. Like, it came out on its side, which means that, like, maybe some of you guys specifically are doing work on your ego lately, as in like you're opening up more to the idea of oneness and putting yourself in other people's shoes more, things like this. It doesn't have to be that though. Let's wait a second. I'm gonna continue to pull cards. Spirit, what advice do you have for pile number 4 for earth and fire? Okay, surrender your fear of intimacy. It says you are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. That's interesting. I did say a clear heart, didn't I, when I said the Ace of Swords? And now this is talking about don't let anything stop you from opening your heart. Bottom of the deck, we have surrender denial. It says accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. What's interesting about this is that the Justice card and this card, they both have blindfold on. So I think it's like you guys are currently actually taking the blindfold off in your life, where it's like you're finally seeing the truth of, I want to say something like the breadcrumbs that you've been getting from the people around you like for so long. And now Spirit is like, no, it's time. It's time for you guys to surrender your fear of intimacy. Like if there's any of that even within yourself, pile number 4, because maybe some of you guys, you're about to literally manifest in your life partner, or a spouse if you guys truly desire that, or just high level friendships. So it's just time for you guys just to surrender any fear of intimacy, any fear of vulnerability that you might have, and also say no to the breadcrumbs that you've been getting. Okay, I want to keep this one out too. It says surrender worry. It says make a commitment not to lead an anxiety driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart, interesting, and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. Guys, I feel like the heart is coming out like 4 times right now. Like I feel like, or maybe just 3. Let me see. So yeah, I think it's 3. So here it says, come from your heart, right? And this here says, begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Then this here now is saying focus on the power of your heart. So there's something about the heart space in your heart that Spirit really needs you to hone in and focus on at this time. I do wonder if you guys of course need to clear more like heartbreak from dealing with these kind of situations in your life, okay? Because dealing with these kind of people is so massively like disappointing and heartbreaking, especially, you know, coming from our loved ones, right? So I wonder if some of you guys need to do more releasing around that in the heart space. But I feel like it goes deeper than that too when it comes to the heart. I feel like you guys really need to tap into your heart chakra at this time. Like do some guided meditations, binaural beats, get a Reiki session done, eat green foods, whatever it is you need to do at this time, because I feel like your heart space is the key. The heart chakra is the key. I feel like to like a massive upgrade for you. There's something about the heart space. I feel like I heard somebody say before that the heart space, like when your heart chakra is really strong, it actually has the power to, like, I want to say, like, to get the other chakras aligned. It's so interesting because the placement of the heart chakra is literally in the middle of the 7 chakras. So it's like almost like the heartbeat of them or something. It's interesting. I'm sorry. I think it's really interesting. And this is coming through for your reading. So let's see what else with the other deck. Spirit, any advice for pile number 4 for these, working with these 2 elements? We're getting friendship and success. Oh my God, you guys. That is so awesome because I literally just said like it's time for you guys to have more high level friendships. It says, friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. I'm going to move these up so we can see all the words actually. So I'm going to cover all the other cards completely here. And we have this success card. It says, I know there is no greater goal than to love. Yes. When you get your heart chakra like really nice and strong, your whole life is just surrounded with love and peace and joy, you know, and I'm not exaggerating. I really am not. And we have denial. Oh my God, you guys, the word denial is coming out 2 times. You are surrendering to releasing denial as we speak, right? Like as we've been speaking about this whole time, but let it continue, let it happen. Okay, just continue releasing any blindfolds that you have on in your life to any situations that you have not been seeing properly or clearly. Stop making excuses for people as well. Like really realize what you deserve. Okay, like realize all the love that you deserve. Okay, and realize like, hey, like if a friendship's not working anymore, or if I don't know, it could be so many things, but just take the blindfold off in your life. Okay, continue to do this. So it says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. And we have health here also. It says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And this is like the green color, like the heart chakra. Okay, really interesting. We're getting a lot of cards out for this section for you guys. It's really interesting. And at the bottom of the deck too, by the way, we do have abundance. It says, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. I actually think that the advice here is really just to hone in on this belief at this time. Like really get it into your subconscious mind, you guys, because it really is truly time for you guys to bring in abundance. Okay, so any blocks to abundance that's in your subconscious mind, it's time for you guys to clear this. Okay, we're gonna pull from, I was gonna say we're gonna pull from one more deck, but actually we have so many cards out on the table right now. I kind of just want to start here. I mean, we've kind of already begun. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna begin here for a second. Something here about you guys continuing to let down your walls and your friendships. Like if there's anything that you need to say or to get off of your chest to any friend at this time, whether or not it's like for any reason, okay? Like you could be disappointed in somebody. Heck, you can even be in love with somebody. You just need to express yourself, okay? Surrender your fear of intimacy. Surrender, I want to say like any walls that you have up to, or any fears that you have that's blocking you from truly expressing yourself, like to your friends. It's really interesting. I do feel like maybe some of you guys have something to say to someone, or a conversation that needs to happen for some reason, okay? But yeah, when we have up walls like this, it can come from our ego, because for some people, I'm sorry, yeah, for some people, that is what I meant to say. Because it's like sometimes it's like we have up this wall so that people don't see us be vulnerable, or we don't come off as weak or inadequate or something like this, okay? But it is all okay, you guys. It is okay to be vulnerable. Okay. That's not the only reason why, people have walls up. Like, people have walls up to protect themselves. So you guys could be in that, you guys could relate to that as well, where it's like maybe some of you guys, like, it's a bit scary. It's a bit scary to put yourself out there in any kind of way, because you guys have been like hurt so often, right? Like, we had that Ten of Swords come out. Just keep on coming from the heart, you guys, and like everything that you do, just really focus on your heart chakra. I'm getting something about, maybe some of you guys have, I don't know if this is going to be a trigger warning, so I'm just going to say that now, okay? Where some of you could have an anxiety disorder, panic disorder, or you just simply worry often or overthink a lot. I feel like this is coming through, especially worry on top of health. I feel like there was something about mental health that came through with this Ace of Swords here, right? I feel like a part of having a clear mind is also sorting through, like realizing like when we're worried when we shouldn't be, or when we're overthinking when we shouldn't be. And I feel like your mental health at this time, in particular in regards to worrying, that is a thing that needs your focus at this time, okay? So something like meditation can definitely help with this. But whatever it is that you need to do personally in order for you guys to begin to eliminate worries more and tension more, please do that at this time. I mean, I am just kind of drawn to her like sitting on that swing there. Maybe some of you guys need to get outside, like get into nature, go play, go have some fun. All right, maybe some of you guys, for a long time, it's like when you were trying to have fun, you were still like in your head, or you still had a lot of worries you were thinking about. And like, spirit is just asking you to continue to notice this within yourself and to continue to surrender, because I really am getting that there's this lighter energy that's really trying to come through into your mind, okay? And in order for this lighter energy to come through into your mind, I do think that there does need to be some more work when it comes to thoughts, I do have to say, okay? Yeah, it's like I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. I feel like that's exactly what I was trying to say just now, you guys. Like, just become aware. Just become aware that you're feeling fear, or that you're overthinking because you're feeling fear, or whatever this is, okay? But just become aware of this. And that also helps the energy shift. Okay. I feel like I want the animal cards now. That's our last oracle deck before moving on to the tarot again for our last deck. So Spirit, what advice do you have for pile number 4 for working with earth and fire? Honestly, you guys, I did just want to say, just to bring what I was saying back around to the elements, that a lot of what I was saying just now about worry and becoming aware of your thoughts, things like this, getting outside, like that all has to do with the earth element, you guys. It seems like it's like related to air energy because we're talking about the mind. But I feel like when we meditate, of course, like when we ground, when we release worries, that in itself is actually working with the earth element too, because that is highly grounding. Okay, like it's easier to stay in the present moment when we don't have so many thoughts, or when we don't have so many worries swirling around in our mind. Okay, so it's time to release worries again. And when it comes to the fire element, I do think that you guys, I think you might already be aware of this, but I think your confidence needs to improve. I think this will actually help you guys. I'm actually getting the word like step up, okay? Like the term step up, using your voice, not being afraid to show like like how you really feel or what you really think. Like, so when you're coming from a place that's grounded and when you're coming from a place that's confident, these things tend to come a little bit easier, okay? So that kind of has to do with the fire element with the confidence. Okay, I did just want to say that before moving on to this deck here. Oh, wow. So we have butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. Exactly. I already spoke about that when it comes to transformation. Actually, now I'm getting through another message that maybe some of you guys, or most of you guys, your crown chakra is in the middle of opening. Like, or your crown chakra is about to open. So maybe some of you guys, if you do resonate with like your crown has been open, expect it to get stronger, okay? Or currently getting stronger. But if some of you guys, if your crown chakra has been underactive or overactive for like a long time, I'm seeing this undergoing a shift currently. And I'm seeing this continue to shift in the near future for your crown chakra to become nice and healthy. Yes. See, I was drawn to this little crown here. And I feel like we had a crown on another card. I think it was on with the tarot. Yeah, I think the King of Swords obviously had on a crown. This friendship card, this purplish color reminds me of the color of the crown chakra. So that's a message coming through there. But yeah, you guys are going through a transformation. Just fully embrace this at this time and realize what you're going through is also very beautiful. Be kind to yourself, pile number 4. You are beautiful. This transformation that you're going through is beautiful. Okay, remember to be kind to yourself and recognize your own beauty. You know, Spirit just kind of gave me the example of how, like, you know, a butterfly, they don't actually, a lot of people say, like, you know, they don't actually know the real color of their wings or how beautiful they are. And I feel like you are like this butterfly, pile number 4. It's like, you guys have no idea how beautiful you are. So again, like, working with the fire element, raising your confidence, really surrendering to transformation, this will really get you to see like how beautiful you are. So we have, like, again, like those blindfolds, and we had the word denial here 2 times, right? A part of what you need to a part of the blindfold that you need to take off is any insecurity that's making you feel like you're not super beautiful inside and out, okay? Like, seriously, it's like it's time for the butterfly to recognize its colors, okay? Time for the butterfly to recognize how beautiful and loved it is and admired it is, like, by everyone. And we have turtle spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. That is interesting. And we have the abundant universe will provide. And sometimes life stings. Wasp spirit. Yeah, we're getting a lot of cards for you guys today. I'm glad I did it like this. It was like it was a little bit of a different layout than the other piles. And then we have swan spirit, time for a deep dive. Yeah, I feel like we already spoke about that. We've been speaking about that, where it's time for you guys to surrender to really deep change. Take a deep dive into your subconscious mind at this time. Really rip out, or like heal rather, like any subconscious beliefs that do not serve you anymore. Like, identify what those are for yourself at this time and really work on this, okay? You guys got this, you do. And I'm getting that you guys are really soft and beautiful, like the swan here in this card, like with the flowers. I wonder if some of you guys, this is like one of your favorite colors. I just pulled that through for somebody. Doesn't have to be. Some of you guys could like sparkles too, or be drawn to sparkles. Getting that as well. But I'm also getting that it's time for your throat chakra as well to experience a really deep healing. Yeah. So again, like, confidence, right? Like, voicing yourself. But yeah, you guys have really beautiful soft energy, and it's time for you guys to embrace that. And like, don't change this. Like, don't, or rather I want to say, like, don't look at your soft side and your sweet side and be like, well, this needs to change because I'm not standing up for myself. Like no, like, that's not right. It's not right, because you guys can simultaneously be sweet and soft and stand up for yourself when you need to. and voice yourself when you need to. Okay, so that's kind of like a throat chakra lesson right there. It's like you don't have to change who you are. Like you don't have to become like abrasive or, you know, or more bold or more direct. And it's in like in the regard where it's like you're not yourself anymore. No, definitely not. So we have horse spirit, freedom is yours too. Yeah, spirit has a plan for you guys to fully like get your freedom like in your life 100%. Like I think a part of being free is having people around us who truly love us, who truly allow us to be ourselves, you know, people who truly accept us. And spirit has a plan for these people to come in for you guys. Okay, and of course, like if you do have people currently in your life, obviously who you do love, who do accept you for who you are, maybe you guys can expect these friendships to strengthen in the near future, okay? Or some issues to be worked out if there's any there. So you guys can have like a really fresh, like a fresh start in your friendships, okay? But yeah, Spirit has a plan for you guys to achieve your freedom. Also, when it comes to money, like I'm being reminded of that like 10 of Pentacles card that we had out before. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing Spirit say that there is a way. So I'm getting the feeling that you guys have been feeling trapped for some time or trapped in your current situation. And Spirit is saying like, no, like I have a plan, I have a way, okay? And it's right around the corner because again, you guys are ending a cycle. I think your advice for all of this is to believe, is to believe that the universe will provide, like truly believe it, truly believe that Spirit has a plan. And it says slow and steady wins the race. I'm getting that you guys feel down on yourselves because it feels like things have been taking so long. Yes, it's that energy of delays that I was saying when I first started this video. You guys literally feel like you guys have had a lot of delays in life, but I'm getting that like when it comes to manifesting like your true love or your dream career, but I'm getting that you are meant to learn all the lessons that you've learned so far. Like it was kind of meant to go down this way to some extent, okay, where it's like where I'm going to give you a couple of examples. So like when it comes to like not finding like your true love yet, like maybe you've had a lot of lessons like in your love life like along the way. And yes, maybe it feels like it was lesson after lesson or things were going down for a really long time that were not good, but I'm getting that you're like a fantastic partner now. Pile number 4, like you guys, like you learned so much, like you have so much wisdom, and it's about to like when you find like your person, which I think is around the corner, it's going to be beautiful, and you're going to treat them well and they're going to treat you well, okay? Because you've learned so many lessons, okay? Also another example is like when it comes to like honing in on a skill, like for an example, just bringing up tarot here for lack of a better example right now, like you can be practicing like tarot like over a long period of time or whatever creative skill you want to practice over a long period of time, and maybe it feels like, oh well, nothing's really happening, nothing's really picking up, but in reality it's like you're again, it's like you're taking in all this wisdom with this skill, like you're really diving deep, learning all these beautiful lessons with this skill. And so by the time you get your dream career off the ground, it's like you're amazing. Like you're doing amazing all of a sudden. Yes. Spirit is preparing you for like a major destiny for a lot of you guys, I'm getting to. And I feel really hot and I'm like sweating as I'm saying this. But anyway, I think I'm just gonna continue, but it's time for you guys to believe in everything that I was saying just now, like, you know, like having faith in yourself, having faith in the process, trusting the process, having faith in the divine. Like maybe some of you guys have felt lost or felt like things were going wrong, and Spirit is here. I'm getting like I'm actually drawn to this buffalo. Like Spirit sees everything, you guys, like God sees everything, and like I'm drawn to these eyes, and Spirit is like seeing like what you're going through and seeing all these lessons you're learning, and Spirit is like, yes. Like what am I like, I don't know how to like translate what I'm feeling. But it's like, yeah, I'm hearing spirit knows your pain. Yes, spirit knows your pain. You guys are going to get like major rewards in life. That's what I'm feeling like. Yes. Spirit sees you. Spirit sees your pain. Okay. Okay. So we're going to move on to the last deck now. I am taking reversals for this deck here. So we're just going to ask the same thing about the advice just to get in a little bit deeper. If Spirit has anything else to say. Okay. So Spirit, what is some more advice for pile number 4 for working with the fire and earth elements? Oh, I want this one. Oh, I didn't even realize there was 2 that I pulled. So we have the 7 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse here. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have the Empress. So first thing I'm getting is something that we've already been talking about. It's like you guys aren't trying to manifest just one thing. Like you guys like might even be like multi-talented. Like you want to manifest like a lot of different dream careers. You want to manifest in a lot of different things, like a new home, maybe even like kids, a spouse, animals, whatever this is. I feel like this card is kind of giving me magician energy. And these cups are giving me the energy of everything that you desire. But it's like with this 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like there's been this block in your life for you guys like receiving fully. So I'm actually getting now that you guys might have a block or a belief about receiving that has been blocking certain things from coming to fruition to a certain extent. Okay, to a certain extent, because I know that we had that slow and steady wins the race message come out. But at the same time, if I can say that, maybe you guys do have a subconscious belief that you guys from childhood or something, where somebody was like, pile number 4 is not meant to receive, or pile number 4 doesn't deserve all of these amazing things. Pile number 4 needs to stay small. Okay, like somebody could have instilled this in you guys, and I'm so sorry, but I do feel like if you guys have any beliefs like that in your subconscious, like from these people, that might have been blocking you guys a bit. So I'm kind of getting that, like, by working with earth and fire, you're going to be releasing these blockages, but please be aware that they are there. Okay. And I think you currently are working this out. I think Spirit wants you to know this too, like with the Empress here, like the Empress can represent abundance. And we also have the 4 of Wands underneath that. So this is like about like maybe like abundance, like in your social life. Okay. It's really interesting. I'm seeing you guys like question, like, when will things turn around? Things have been so stagnant for me for so long, like, and wondering why. There's like several answers to this question actually. So it's kind of complicated for Spirit to explain why there's been so many delays. But yeah, I'm getting like, yeah, like the things that I've already said are all like a part of the answers that Spirit would tell you if you asked him or her, you know, about that, about why. So, but I am getting that these blocks are being broken, you know, especially when it comes to receiving within the social life. Spirit, what other advice do you have for pile number 4 when it comes to fire and earth elements and working with them? We're getting the 3 of Swords in the reverse, so that could be also about healing the heart. Again, the heart is back out. Yes. It's interesting. I actually just felt like there should be rain in this card, but there's no rain. It's like there's these really heavy clouds, but where's the rain? I think Spirit's saying like allow yourself to cry, like when you feel like crying, even if it's in front of other people. You guys might have like a subconscious belief that it's weakness to cry, or it's bad to cry, or embarrassing, or somebody is going to be like really angry or upset at you for crying. And guys, if they reacted that way, that's like gaslighting and really toxic. Okay, just so that you are aware. But I did just feel that way just now with this card, where it's like the rain would represent the tears, but it's like So sometimes when we're not letting out the tears, like, we can, I guess, symbolically speaking, feel cloudy inside, where we feel like we feel really off, we don't feel clear, we don't feel conscious. But in reality, we do just have to have a good cry. Okay, it's like it's time for those clouds to let out the rain. Sorry if I made like an awkward like cut there just now, or if you guys heard any background noise. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, even if you guys could not take that message just now and you feel completely comfortable like crying and releasing like it like in front of like loved ones or in private, I do think that this is definitely still about just continuing to heal the heart, continuing to heal any heartbreak, any past disappointment. Like, I'm getting that it's time to completely release the past for you guys. Like, it's time to completely like let it go, because again, you guys are entering in a new chapter and a new cycle, and it's gonna feel completely different from anything you've ever experienced before. Like, trust me. Okay, like, and it's happening now. Like, your ending is your beautiful ending to that old chapter and cycle is happening now. Okay, so yes, it's time to let go of the past. I'm getting that some of you guys could be watching me in the springtime with those flowers here, or you could also be going through a heavy transformation around the springtime, or when there's flowers on the trees. Something like this. You know, this is a timeless reading, so just take the messages that resonate. But yeah, this Three of Pentacles is here too. Yes, it's just all about you guys continuing to work on your heart space, continuing to ignite like your inner passion. Also, don't be afraid to get help from other people too. Like, if you guys wanted to seek out a counselor or a therapist, or even talk to really trusted friends, go see a Reiki practitioner, whatever it is that you have to do, just go crazy. Just go crazy with like your healing journey, you know, to a certain extent. Okay, like, don't burn yourselves out, but definitely get engrossed. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm seeing you guys journal or write also. Like, maybe automatic writing can be healing for you guys. Like, literal like diary writing, journal writing, poetry, lyric writing, something like that is really healing for you guys. Yeah, I split the deck, and we also have the Ten of Swords and we have the Two of Swords. I'm getting that like pretty much like I feel like you guys have had a lot of Ten of Swords moments in your life where, again, like I think we spoke about this before, where you guys felt betrayed by many people, maybe even by family members or friends, right? But it's like you guys are kind of now currently walking on eggshells a little bit, where it's like you don't know who's going to stab you in the back next, or when some ugly surprise is going to come back up. But I think that spirit really wants you guys to heal this wound. Okay, especially because you are beating patterns, you are beating cycles. I'm getting there's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, there's nothing to be afraid of for you guys right now. All right, so continue to work through that. I was getting heartbreak also, like specifically in your love life with this, which I do think we already spoke about also. But yeah, maybe you guys had a lot of betrayals in your love life where you were cheated on. I would even say being gaslighted is a form of betrayal. Lied to or abandoned. Those are all forms of betrayal, like, or even like emotional like betrayal. Yeah, a lot of emotional betrayal, things like this happening. I'm sorry, I don't know if that made sense, because I felt like yeah, I do feel like emotional betrayal, like a part of the umbrella of that is like being gaslighted or being like insulted and things like this, like that people don't normally associate betrayal with, but are still forms of betrayal. And I think you guys have been through this. So it's like you guys have been through so many, you know. I am so sorry, you guys. I really am, that you guys had to go through this. But Spirit is saying that it's going to get better. So believe that, okay? Yeah, I feel like with this Eight of Swords here, you guys felt trapped like in this kind of cycle, but this is currently getting worked through. You're going to continue to work through this. It's all going to be okay. So let's just do one more pull and we're going to close the reading. Yeah, Queen of Wands. I felt like saying, like, you guys are fucking gorgeous, fucking handsome. Like, you guys are awesome people for sure. and you guys deserve to know this fully. By the way, if some of you guys were thinking about getting sunflowers, this is your call to do this, okay? Be around sunflowers. I think that they can be really healing. But yeah, it's like you guys are so smart. You know, you just like you're so like you have a beautiful mind. Like you guys truly deserve to feel like this Queen of Wands. Or like whether or not you're a man or woman, okay? You truly do. So I'm getting here at the bottom of the deck. I'll show you guys. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Death card. And we also have the King of Swords here. I'm so sorry, the Knight of Swords in the reverse. I feel like, okay, so I'm getting a couple things. So I am getting that, like, there is going to be, like your friend group or your love life is getting such a deep transformation where it's like these people were coming into your life who, first of all, some of them could have been in and out in your love life, right? Secondly, some of these people, they could have had like too sharp of a tongue or too harsh with you, especially with this Five of Swords here. That's not going to be a thing anymore within your close circle, okay? But the other message I was getting is that when you guys also work on your solar plexus chakra, which has to do with the fire element as well, like even if you run into situations where you're running into nasty energy again, you know, like from other people, if it ever comes up, okay, if anybody ever tries to bring you down, it's like you're gonna feel like more and more like untouchable. You're gonna feel more and more like not pulled down. And of course, I'm not saying that it's not okay to feel pulled down. You know, I feel like, again, like if you need to cry, you need to cry. Like, don't hold back in that way. But I am simultaneously getting that by working on your solar plexus chakra, you guys, by really honing in on that chakra, doing work on that, these kind of people, it's like you're gonna feel like, metaphorically speaking, like on top of that situation. It's like you're not going to be as affected, okay? So I do just want to leave this there. Thank you so much, you guys. This was a really like awesome reading. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and also follow me on Instagram. I have a link to it in the description box. I post pick a card readings on there too. So yeah, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.